This is being recorded. This is being recorded. It most likely will not be used in its current state for anything other than development. But I am working on trying to sell the story as a TV show. So in doing that, there may be uses of a lot of this material. So anyway, I want to give a special shout out to people that I see on the list besides us cast, who I'll introduce in a couple of minutes. Francis and Judy and Billy. Billy Tucker's in the room, and her daughter Judy, and maybe Lisa. I'm not sure. Lothario, you said you had a problem with your sound. I hope that's okay now. Thank you for coming. Pasquale, we got Rachel. I got Sue DiCosola. Thank you, Sue, for coming. Tanasia, I show you showing up twice. Do you have two items going? Both your laptop and your phone. You need to only have one. It's showing up twice. That's going to be a problem. Hi, Alonia, Elisa, great to see you. I don't see Wayne yet. And I see Renor, and thank you all very much for coming. There may be some others that will be coming in too. Here's another one, Geraldine. Okay, there'll probably be several joining us over the next 15 minutes. So let me just use some of this time. Hi, Lowell, how are you? To use some of this time to thank you all so much for being friends, for contributing to the development of this piece. This piece started at the Episcopal Actors Guild because of a DEI committee I was on, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and I realized that I had some work I had to do on my own inner prejudices and racism and stuff, and also not just against people of color, but also people of different languages or abilities and nationalities and stuff. I harbored a lot of that, and I wanted to do a piece. I thought the best thing to do would be maybe to do a comedy. And I know how influential All in the Family was to me, and Modern Family, and Will and Grace, and many of those other shows. So that's how this was born. We did it a big thanks to Jeff, to Harrison Players for introducing me to Jeff Rocco, and Dakota Martin, who Dakota directed it and Jeff produced it. We did it down at Actors Guild, down at the Episcopal Actors Guild. Perhaps the most influential in the beginning was the Brazen Giant Ensemble, and there's a couple of members from that group in here. We ran several scenes over and over and rewrote them and stuff over the last 2 years, I'd say. So, but it's a collaborative effort. So we've done it there. And then also at Harrison Players, thank goodness, thank you for the board for approving it. We did a, let me admit somebody else. We did a, and I think several people here were in it. We're in that. Anthony Valbiro directed it. I couldn't have asked for anything better than that. Anthony is the best director I know. He's the best maybe actor I know too. He's the best everything I know. And Anthony took it on. He directed it. It was a staged reading in Harrison, and many of the, and Tim Brandt was in it, and Misty and Anthony had a conflict, so and so did Tim, and Tim played Frankie, so I stepped up and I'm playing Frankie, and I did whatever directing is involved in doing a Zoom show. And I want to thank everyone, and Leslie Messina, who is wife to Phil, who was in the room as Christopher, was very helpful in the early stages of that too, as was Jen and Jennifer, who was playing Carmela. Everyone was very helpful. Down at Vinnie Pastore's acting class, I brought a scene. The first scene you're going to see is a scene of Carmela and her daughter, Frankie. And that I first did with Edie Bowden, who's in the room right here. And Edie played Carmela, and I played Frankie. And that was the first time that scene was freshly written. People were after me to write a scene with my mother, right? Because we didn't do it down at Actors Guild, and so we did it there, and it turned out well, and that gave me the ambition, the drive to do it bigger. Right now, we're approved. I believe we're approved. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wave your hand. Go on screen. I think we're approved June 3rd to be at Ozzie Davis Theater. How much better does it get than that? About 200 people, seats in that, in New Rochelle, hometown New Rochelle. This play is set in New Rochelle. Let me let in Tanasia right now. The play is set in New Rochelle. It's been a dream of mine to be. I've been on that stage in various different things before, but not to, and did a short play, but not a whole play. But Billy just sent me an email a week ago, and Judy was very instrumental in that. Thank you very, very much for that. That's coming up June 3rd. It's a Saturday. It's going to go from maybe 2 to 5. And then what we have on another special place that this is going to happen, and you'll get to see it live. There'll be more places, but another place so far is on City Island at the Artist Cafe. They can't be here today watching this because they had the nerve to go on vacation. They're Monica and Elliot Glick own that, and we've been going there for maybe 20 years, my daughter Kelly and I. And anyway, that's another place, and that's going to be on April 29th. So there'll be a follow-up email to this whole thing, but that just gives you a sense of what's happening. That's also to say that I'm open for comments, and that's one of the reasons we're having a 20-minute Q&A and talk back following the play. Is you're going to see something and you're going to say, gee, why did you do that? Or why did she say so-and-so? Or why? And that's what we want to hear in the talk back, because the talk back from both Harrison and from Actors Guild was very, very helpful in developing it. And by the way, Anthony was very helpful in being a dramaturge for this, and went through the script very, very carefully and made some serious changes, helping me to do that. So anyway, now, do we have any burning questions? Otherwise, we're going. Yes. Actually, let's just open it up. Does anyone have a question that they think the group would benefit hearing at this point? Or are we about ready to get started? We have another 8 minutes that we're going to wait for some more people to come in. Matina, this is my friend Matina. This is the first time. Matina and I have a song in a film festival that's next Sunday, and we're trying to work out whether we're going to be going to that together or whatever. But there's no music in this. Okay, here's Chris coming back in. This is Aunt Sophie's coming back into the room. She was in before, I saw. Anyway, Sophie, do you hear me?
Fran, I seem to be locked out on my laptop.
Locked out on your laptop?
I see nothing. My laptop crashed and I'm up again, but I'm not in the meeting.
Oh, okay, because I saw you come in. Now let me see, and I hear you. I mean,
yeah, this is on my cell phone.
Okay,
I'm
gonna start the video from my end here to see if that does anything. Let me see. Ask to start video. the hell is that? For your name, it says to me, the computer asked me to ask you to start video. So you should be getting a request from me, I guess, a command to start video. There we go. Are you all right now?
But it's only on my phone. It's not on my laptop.
Oh,
All I see is the blue Zoom screen on my laptop.
oh.
I'd rather not do it on my phone.
But what are we going to do? We have 4 minutes, 5 minutes here.
I don't know.
You want to
Okay.
you want to try to go, well, don't lose what you have here, because that'll be worst case. We'll have that, and it's not that bad. I mean, you see it clearly. Are you able
Fran,
stay with this and then try to sign in with the laptop?
I can't even get out of the laptop screen. There's
Oh.
nowhere to exit.
Then don't
Oh,
Fran,
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your performance, your acting skills are so amazing. Maybe it's a good idea. Temper it down a little bit. You'll make everybody else feel bad.
but I don't know from my phone how to stop the video. Okay?
Oh,
There's no buttons like on the laptop.
oh.
There's no buttons.
There's no buttons on.
There is a way to stop you from being on the video
Yeah,
on your phone.
There is a way.
If you tap your screen at the bottom,
There is a way.
there are 3 buttons. And you should see the microphone and the camera icon, and you can do it from there.
Right. The other thing you could do is you could try that. Is take the phone. The phone is in front of you, right? You're holding the phone or something. Take the phone and put it down. Go like this and put it down on the desk. That's it. It's black now. Worst case is that's what we're going to do, is when you have to stop video. Or you could take something and put it over the phone.
Okay, it says my microphone is unmuted, but my video is stopped.
Oh, hold on. There's like 8 people more to let in here. Hold on.
Okay, I'm so upset about this.
So that worked. We can still hear you, but your camera is off.
You can't. No, the camera it's all right now. It's okay. Like I
Okay.
said, you know what? Instead of putting it down on the floor, grab something, because Phil is going to be doing this for when we do the door trick. Put something in front of the camera on the phone. Something flush right on front. Hi, Wayne.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are
Good.
you?
Good. Very good. Very good. Oh, we got Armand Paganelli just signing in. And we have a lot of people in the room. I don't know how many we have here. I think we have probably about 40 people or 30 people. There should be a count here someplace.
35.
35. Okay, great. We're
Good.
going to give it another 4 or 5 minutes, because people, I'm sure, are coming in.
At least.
soon.
Don't understand.
least,
I've lost my
Right?
script too.
Damon, hi, Damon, for coming in. For anyone who hasn't heard yet, and I hope it's okay to mention this, Damon will be running for mayor of New Rochelle. It's great.
Hallelujah.
Noam Bramson made an announcement about 2 weeks ago. I remember seeing that email and going back and forth with Noam. Sorry to see Noam go, but we've had him for so many years, doing such a great job. But Damon, as county legislator, has been phenomenal, and also as a New Rochelle resident. So congratulations, Damon.
And thanks so much, Fran. I really appreciate the shout out.
Really, really do. And you may notice signs on my lawn, starting maybe soon. I don't know. Whenever you want to start them, I'll be up for that.
They just sprout up, no matter who's,
Talking about we talked about the genesis of this play a little bit earlier, and about the Episcopal Actors Guild having a DEI committee, I reached out to Damon to do a PSA. We did a public service announcement, and he did it, and he told a story. I'm not going to get into all of that now, but I have to thank him for having a big part in what got me to maybe make some outward changes in the way I thought about differences with people. And it was really one of the instigators to come up with this play. And so one of the things Damon did was he would tell me about this Black Lives Matter march that was going to happen in New Rochelle. And I'm thinking, do I really want to do a Black Lives Matter? There was so much dissension about that and stuff. And although I love Black people and I love from, living in New Rochelle for all these years about desegregation and stuff, it ended up that it was one of the most thrilling things I ever did in my life. It was very, very moving. And I have Damon to thank for that, and the Episcopal Actors Guild for that. And it led to my being much more out there as far as writing, also being more of an activist for my own being trans and stuff. I mean, I've always been an activist, but more so. So anyway, that's one of the messages coming through. It's a comedy. We're going to laugh, hopefully. And let me see if there's any more messages in here. Good, Lou. I'm glad you're in. An old friend, Lou Asagari, is in the room. We're ready, I think.
No,
No, when Wayne. Oh, look, Cindy, you came. Wow, thank you very much, Cindy. Cindy was on VOX. Talk about New Rochelle. New Rochelle is a big part in this. I do a radio show on WVOX. Cindy came in on the show, was with my daughter and Tom Sullivan. We've been doing this show for a number of years. And she just blew us away. She was going through some problems, issues, cancer and stuff. Had a double mastectomy and everything. And she came in the room and she lit up the room so much. She was so happy about the ability to express herself that following our show, within a week or two, she had her own show on Strong Island television, right? And she's been out there. So she quit her job and whatever, and she's been out there expressing herself so much. So people look that up. Cindy Seville, Sevell, Strong Island. She'll have you on as a guest. She had on a guest, some homeless people last week. It was just extraordinary, Anyway, we'll end up making this very scattered meeting if I keep going. So, is there anything, Wayne or Eliza, that I need to know other than asking everyone to stop video? Oh, you know what? I just had a reminder of something. Quickly. In the play.
oh my God.
What? You're out. I lost you? Oh, boy. I don't know. Does Chris live near anybody that she could go there?
Where is she? In Yorktown?
Chris, where are you? Physically. Is your mute on?
I'm in Brewster, New York,
Oh.
nowhere near anyone.
Oh.
You don't see me asked to be let in again?
Yeah.
No, I don't see you. But I'm going to. But don't do anything. Don't do anything. I'm gonna. There's a button here. I can say ask to start video, and now it's gonna send you a message. You're in. Did you get a message from me, or did you go on your own? Did you start?
No, my laptop is obviously not working, so I'm doing this on my phone.
Right. Okay. But did you get a message from me or no? Just now.
Yes, I did.
Good. Okay. So what will happen if your video stops, and even though it kind of ruins the flow a little bit, just call to me, say, Frankie, like that, and I'll know it's you, and I'll ask you to come in. All right?
Okay, I just don't know why I can't use my laptop right now. It's the easiest way to do this.
Yeah. This is the reality of Zoom once in a while. But this is going to go really, really well. It's always good to have a little bit of commotion, I think.
Ah.
And all right, we have Stephanie Schwartz is in the room too. Wow, this is like phenomenal. All right, so after, please, when this is over, it's going to go for an hour. It's more people coming in. An hour and 5 minutes. When it ends, Wayne is going to be leading, and I don't know, is Eliza also going to be contributing? Good.
Contribute as well. Yep.
Good. The two of them are going to be leading what we're going to call a Q&A talkback. Q&A and talkback. And I'm going to be letting them lead it and interrupting here and there, maybe. Hopefully not, but whatever.
No, you will be.
I will be. Good. And thank you so much for them. Wayne was in the room when we showed it the second time. There were about 50 other people that came to see it in Harrison. We were on a stage. As I mentioned, Tim Brand and Misty were in the cast. Anthony Valbiro directed it, and it really went well. We got a tremendous talkback. A lot of positive stuff, but also and Wayne made some good comments. We changed the script. We'll see how it comes out. Wayne, did you get a chance to look at the script?
Yes, I did last night. I read it again.
Okay. All right, don't make any judgment about it yet for the people. Wait till we got it.
Not judgments. They're always just
Always good. Learning points.
contributions, trying to improve things. Yeah, and
Right.
ask questions.
Very
Stephanie,
good.
you have your hand up. What's up, Stephanie?
I may have to leave during the talk back because I'm performing tonight and I don't know how early my director is going to want me to be with them.
Okay.
Well, no problem. I mean, it'll be great if you could have been in it. We would definitely value your opinions and everything. But we're going to have a recording of it. So I could get you the recording.
Well, I can stay for the play. I'm talking about leaving.
No, I mean the talk back. We're going to make
okay.
a recording of it too.
Stephanie, are you in Japan, by the way?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you in Japan?
Oh, of course. I like my screen.
Okay. All right. Does anyone have anything? I should ask Wayne and Eliza. Do you have anything that we need to say before we start?
I don't think so. I think my overview for feedback is somewhat prohibitive, so I'll leave that open. And I don't know what Eliza would like to say, but I think we'll just let it rip.
Yep. Break a leg, everybody.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're just a little heads up about it during the play, and I think hopefully the tech will work well. You see Christopher as a character in the play, played by Philip Messina, and he has a door behind him. And when someone is coming to the door in the story, that door will pop up. It's not going to be there only right this moment. He's going to be out, and he's not coming into the play as a character until the very end, but he's going to be running the door and the knocks. So just keep that. That's how we're going to signal that someone's at the door and the door is being opened and there's a person on the other side. Okay? And we're all on hide. Oh, there's Diane, another person coming in. I'm going to try to watch for that if there's more people coming in. If anyone else sees it, I guess call out, because I'm not looking at the chats. Call out.
Fran, do you have a co-host?
No.
when you assign Aliona, E, would you be willing to do the co-hosting and just
Yes.
let people in and out?
Great. Okay.
Yes. Wait, let me get an answer there. Is that good, E?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's good.
okay. Okay,
Great.
so assign your co-host so she can do that.
All right. So when I go over her name, it says, I see make host. Will that be, that's the,
No, make her the co-host. It'll say co-host. Participants, go over to her name, Aliona Garcia,
right?
and you hit more, and, oh, I don't have it on mine, but it should have co-host, make co-host.
Yeah, the only thing it had was make host.
Problema. You don't want to make her the host, but it should have co-host over there. See or no?
Are you able to scroll up for any more options there, Fran?
Let's see. Even when I Wayne, maybe it just uses the term host, because when I go under Jennifer, it says make host. Just as an example. For every other person, it just says make host. But you think that would end my?
Well, that would eliminate you as host. So I don't understand why it should allow you to be co-host, to assign somebody as co-host. In fact, you should be able to have as many co-hosts as you would like.
Right. Maybe under settings. Maybe if I look under settings, there is a setting option.
Should be under in participants where you.
Oh, under participants. Well,
Hit participants, and then
participants. I have 45 right now.
oh, that's good. So then hit participants, find Alonia Garcia. Hit more. There should be a little triple dot.
Yeah, that's just, it says make host.
Oh yeah, I know what to say.
Just make her the host, and you can
I
take
am confounded.
you can take it back at any time.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah, you can do that during the reading and then take it back after the reading.
Okay. All right.
I'll be right back.
Otherwise, I think I'll be able to. If it comes up that you need my attention and you're off camera because you're an audience member or you're not in the scene, just say Frankie. Just say Frankie, and then I'll know that there's a issue. That maybe somebody needs to be admitted or somebody needs to be let in or whatever. Or you could send a chat to Aliona, who was also Elisa. So Aliona Garcia, send her. Aliona, is that okay if they send you a chat and you somehow communicate that to me?
Yes.
All right, if there's like an emergency thing, I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, all right. So we have a number of people. I want to. How do I get to? I want to see the various different screens. In other words, I want, just for right now, I just want to take a picture of each screen. How do I go to each screen, Wayne? I'm at one screen. I want to just toggle to another screen. I'm in gallery view. Is there an easy way to do that?
You can go on view, which is on the top right.
Right.
Click on it and you have speaker view or gallery view.
Yes, I'm in gallery. I'm in gallery view, but there's so many participants that they don't fit all in gallery view. Anyway, it's not.
How about hide non-video participants?
I'll put show non-video participants because yeah, okay, that more of the names come up anyway. All right, anyway, it's not really that And now I'll go back.
You can hide non-video participants, and you can go to
Right, which is what
speaker view, whichever you prefer.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm now in, I want to hide non-video participants. I'm back in, I'm letting in another person, and we're going to start. Everyone who is not, everyone, whether you're in the scene or not, stop video and mute.
Right.
And now the only,
Bon voyage.
okay. Laura, you want to stop video. And Gladys, stop video. And Winnie, stop video. Good. Okay. We just tell these last two people that during the show, they need to keep their video off. So if you just joined, like Joanne, you just joined, and someone else just joined, just keep your video off during the show, and then at the end of the show, we're going to have a talk back. All right. Okay. Actually, this is going to go very smooth once we get it started, so don't be concerned that this is emblematic.
Franny, you want to hide non-video participants. Your screen's taken up by a bunch of names. But if you hide non-video participants, you'll have just the people that are involved.
Well, I had selected that hide non-video participants.
Okay.
I selected that, but is it still showing?
No, maybe each one of us has to do it for that to happen, but your recording should be under hide non-video participants, if that's the way you've selected it.
Yeah, I did select hide, and now, because now it says show non-video participants.
Well, you don't want that. You want hide.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, I hit hide, and now all I have on my screen is you, so that's good.
Good. Okay, good.
I'm gonna mute now and break a leg, Franny.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity. We're going to have a formal introduction of the play. I'm going off, and we're going to hear the narrator for the stage directions. Edie, you're going to hear her voice next after I count to 3. All right. And then characters will be coming on and off the screen as they appear in the play. One, 2, 3.
Act 1, Scene 1. Mother may know best. In the present, on a Wednesday in the late afternoon in suburban New Rochelle, New York, Frankie arrives at her mother's kitchen up from the basement apartment where Frankie's brother Jimmy lives.
Hey, Mom! Mom, I'm coming up to visit you for 10 minutes, okay?
Okay, Frankie, good.
Mom.
Boo, you're it.
Mom, you scared me. I couldn't figure out where you were.
Just like you couldn't figure out who you were.
I think I got it now. Mom, what's with the cane? Now you're pretending you're an old lady?
Ha ha. Jennifer said she'd only take me to the park if I used a cane. She's scared to death of me falling again.
Why'd you jump out like that?
I'm just getting even with you for when you and your brother would do that to me, just because you used to like to hear me scream.
Yeah. Yeah, I also love to hear Dad yell from the next room, you know?
What's going on in there?
Then me and Jimmy would hold on to you and not let you go until you said, Oli, income free. And you never remember what to say. Then we would all start laughing.
Remember that one time you boys, I mean, boy and girl, no, you were both boys back then. You came at me and I dropped a big tray of ravioli and I'm done. Oh, God.
We were all slipping and sliding on the gravy with the sausages and trying to hold on to the table. Those were good times, Mom. What made you hide now?
Everything seems to be getting so serious. With my health, with your father's. You dating that girl, Asha.
Mom, her name is Tanasia. No sh sound. Basically, it's 2 words. Tan and then Asia. One right after the other.
Well, that helps. I will remember Tan because she sure is tan. Very tan, more than a copper tone tan. And I will remember she is so not from Asia.
Oh, funny girl.
But I'm not Jewish. Streisand, remember? Boy, you never taught nobody nothing.
Not true. You taught me everything I knew.
Not true. You never got the way you walk in heels from me. I hate them.
Not sure. Not true. I sure did. I saw the old films of you. The cat's pajamas.
And you never got those legs from me. Yours are better.
I got my eyes from you. I got my heart from you. And maybe I didn't get my legs from you.
Sounds like a song. Okay, what are you buttering me up for? Wait, you have a little crumb on your lip. There, I got it.
I missed you these last few days. It just came up here to see if you're all right. Where's Jennifer?
I sent her to Christini's. Frankie, when we got home from the park, she had to almost carry me up the stairs. And I left my clothes on and went to sleep. It was like when you and Jimmy were little boys and you fell asleep in the car on the drive home.
Yeah.
Dad would take Jimmy and I would take you. We'd take you right up the stairs and we'd left your clothes on. Really seems like yesterday.
I got a confession to make.
What, Frankie?
I can't speak for Jimmy, but many of those nights that I pretended to be asleep in the car, I pretended so that you would carry me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I could hug you and put my head up against your neck and your hair.
I got a confession, Frankie. I knew you were pretending, but I let it happen. There weren't enough times to hug you as you were growing up and being a tough guy, an alfalfa male, not a mama's boy.
Yeah, and look what happened. No tough guy now. Hey, Mom, it's alpha male, not alfalfa male.
Alfalfa male, like alfalfa from the Little Rascals with that thing of hair that's always sticking up. Look, you always had 2 sides. The real macho guy side, in charge, building and fixing, and the soft, sensitive side, creating and caring.
I know. I was always conflicted.
I don't want to bring it up again, but you could have stayed a guy and still been a warm, tender, and artistic, like your Uncle John. I don't think you needed to transition. And maybe your wife and daughter would still be at home instead of that little apartment they took.
Mom, you always bring that up. I tried to tell you before, it's as basic as how I see myself in the mirror. I want to see me, this me, looking back at me, you know, this face, not some man that I'm not anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to raise my voice, but it's complicated and it's my whole life. And you can't just brush off my transition like it was unnecessary. Plus, don't you think I seem happier?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Whatever. Tenacia's coming over. We'll be preparing for what I say when I meet her mother Friday night.
You say hello. You say nice to meet you. You say como esta? What's the big deal? Hey, let's play fingers. Mora.
Oh, good idea.
Tre, due, uno.
No. Quattro.
I win.
Oh, you always win, Mom.
Wow.
Even, you beat all of us all the time, even Dad.
Even when I'm trying to let you guys win, it's like God wants me to win at something.
Oh, you're always a winner, Mom. For me and Jimmy and for Dad, always will be.
Haven't hit a win for since October 12th. That's it. He wants me to play 10-12. Straight or box. Stay or repeat. I can't hear you, Lord. You guys are going to miss me when I got to go, when he calls me up.
Don't talk about that now, please. We're all here now. Let's take it day by day. By the way, can you ask him for tomorrow's Mega Ball number?
Shh. Can't get greedy. I'll get cut off from the win for numbers. Okay, Frankie, let me see your stuff.
Oh, okay. Little lipstick.
Mm.
So how's this dress?
Uh-huh.
The way it moves? I like the way it moves. Ba-da-ba. And my hair, I could still flip it.
Mm-hmm.
And the makeup.
Oh, very natural, yes.
Not too much, very natural, not overdone. So how's this for walking, Mom?
I like the way you move. Ba-da-ba. It's a miracle given what you looked like when Frank showed up as Frankie that night 5 years ago.
Oh, that bad?
Well, everything's relative. Thank God the relatives didn't see you that night. There you were with a blonde wig too tight, heels too high you couldn't stand up, and foundation so thick you probably needed a putty knife at the end of the evening.
That bad?
Worse. Frankie, for all the years, there were a lot of problems and surprises, but that night took the cake.
But then it got funny, right? When Dad came into the room with his walker and hearing my voice, it freaked him out. Not seeing the guy me, but instead seeing the girl me.
Right?
Oh, and he's saying,
where's Frankie? Where's a Frankie? And I'm saying, right here, right here. And then when he finally got it, we both caught him as he and his walker went flying.
yeah, right. Good catch, Mom.
Never thought I'd get used to you being a girl, but I have, like you told me I would. Even your father seems to have gotten used to it, or his Alzheimer's is making him forget the other you.
Yeah, right. Remember when I was preparing to tell Dad about my going full-time female, and I said, Dad, you know about this LGBT stuff? And he said, oh, yeah, I know about LGBT. I tried that. I tried LGBT. I said, Dad, you tried LGBT? He said, yeah, but I didn't like it. I mean, I liked the bacon, lettuce, and tomato, but I didn't like the gorgonzola cheese.
And that sandwich gets bigger and bigger as they add more letters each year.
Yeah. Mom, I'm blessed to have parents like you and Dad.
You had to do what you had to do to live as a woman. I'm getting to understand that better now. Too bad for all those years you were living in secret. When you went trans, I thought you would try going with a guy, even settle down.
I never had the desire for a guy, no chemistry. I tried imagining it, laying at night, in bed at night and thinking about a guy next to me and then on top of me and then kissing my neck and caressing me. I just couldn't feel it. And then even out in the world, when men would express their interest in me, even knowing that I was trans, I just seemed to drop it. and then pull away. But you never know. I
Right,
guess if the right man came along, who knows?
right. Maybe some cute Italian guy who likes everything you like, who could make you feel like $1,000,000. But you can't push it. It should be natural, but it must be logical too.
Love? Logical? That's why I'm concerned about whether Tanasia's mother will accept me. Maybe she'll see us as an illogical couple.
You also should be concerned about whether Tanasia herself will continue to accept you. After all, what do you two have in common?
Well, one thing is we both are looking for our true selves.
And while you're looking for the real you, don't lose the you already have. I think you should think carefully before going too far with Tanasia.
I thought you liked her.
Sure, as a friend, as a date, but now you're going too far when.
Am I hearing prejudice from you because she's black? I've tried real hard to get rid of my own. That's still down deep in me from when I was growing up and my uncles and grandpa around the dinner table would be saying, "Oh, damn Mullen." Oh my God. They'd say, "Keep away from them."
I remember. It wasn't just our family. Times were different.
You know, it bothered me, but I never spoke up. Even though I was only 10 years old, I should have said something. In fact, I feel that my now being accepting of all kinds of differences, and perhaps even in a way, I'm cleaning up my past by doing that. And maybe even what's behind my falling so quickly for Tanasia is that I'm trying to get my past all cleaned up. And I see her and her loving heart, her soul, and how she loves me. And
Well, that's good. That's good. Seeing people as equal and trying to make amends for what you don't like about what you did back then. But now you're talking about talking to her mother, getting engaged, and possibly marrying her. I don't think you realize that that's an even bigger step than when you changed gender from Frank to Frankie.
oh, what?
They don't think like us. They don't
Oh.
appreciate what we appreciate.
Ah.
And can she make you delicious meals night after night? Does she even know what supersat is? Be realistic. They don't think well of us Italians. They feel we never liked them.
Oh, Mom,
You're going down a very hard road to hoe. Your father would flip.
I can't believe this. I'm my own grown woman. And I can't really talk now anyway. In 10 minutes, Tanasia will be here to go over the lines with me for Friday night before she goes to choir.
Your Aunt Sophie is right. There's nothing good that will come out of a serious relationship with you and Tanasia. And not just because of the black and white thing. You're too old for her.
Oh.
You're like March, December.
But Ma!
Respect. Let me finish. As the years go on, she'll need someone younger who can keep up. And your trans thing, sure, if Tanasia was a lifelong lesbian, maybe then. But she's, what do you call it, pansexual.
Pansexual. You got to get your words right, Mom.
And you got to get your life right. I'm telling you things that are hard on your heart right now, but you must be careful going forward. The road is long with
many a winding turn that leads us to who knows where, who knows where.
What the hell are you talking about?
Forget it. I gotta go. See you later.
End of Act 1, Scene 1. Act 1, Scene 2. Getting ready to meet Winnie, downstairs at Jimmy's apartment.
Hi, Aunt Sophie. Just a little rushed. What's up?
Frankie, dear, I just want to know if your mom is okay. I didn't hear from her at all today.
Yeah, she's fine. Jennifer took her out walking and shopping all day. She's taking a nap.
Oh, poor Jennifer. Your mother could tire out an Olympic champion.
My mother was exhausted, not Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, of course. Anyway, is she okay?
My mother, right?
Come on, keep up with me. I'm 92.
Sorry. Yes, my mother's fine. I was just with her a few minutes ago. Gotta go, Tanasia. We'll be here any minute. I'll tell Mom you called.
Spät, Frankie. She told me yesterday you were very concerned about meeting Tanasia's mother. Listen to me. If her family does not like you, don't push yourself on them.
I know. I don't push myself on them. Well, not really.
On us, it's okay when you push. We're gonna like you even when we don't. Your blood, we gotta accept you.
Thanks for the esteem building.
Steam what?
Never mind. I gotta go.
Listen, Frankie, I don't want to be a nudge, but I had to tell your mother what I really feel about your black girlfriend. I mean, I hear she's a very nice girl and everything, but as your mother's older sister, I had to tell her what I thought about you and her. You know, we got to be honest. It's an Italian thing.
I can't do this now. I just went through this with my mother.
Sorry, but you need to hear me out before you meet her mother. It's this weekend, right?
Right. Yeah, but I gotta go. Day after tomorrow, Friday. Gotta go. Tanasia's here. Bye. Bye, Aunt Sophie.
But
Bye.
Sorry I'm late. They kept us over in the salon. I don't have much time. Choir night, remember?
Oh, yeah, right. And we only got about 20 minutes before my brother Jimmy comes home.
Well, Angela dropped me off and she's coming back to pick me up for choir. Not much time before Jimmy comes. How long do you think he'll keep babysitting your mother while you go to your singing classes?
It starts in an hour and a half. Hold on. Hey, Ma!
What?
Can you put on a fresh pot of coffee? Tanasia's here.
Yes, pound cake?
Yeah. Mom, Tanasia says hello.
Hello.
Why do you do that?
It's an Italian thing.
What, making stuff up?
No, I call them little loving white lies. Just kind of letting her know that you love her and that you're saying hello.
Well, she knows already. By the way, why are they white and not brown or black? Not as wrong?
What? Hey, what happened to that easygoing girl I met on a train 2 years ago? The one who couldn't take her hands off me. I want to go over the dialogue for Friday night.
You're kidding me, right? You don't need to rehearse meeting my mom. Just be yourself. You're wonderful, adorable, lovable, OCD maniac self.
When she comes to the door, is she going to say, "Hi, Frankie, nice to meet you"?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Are we holding hands when she comes to the door? From the photos, it seems like it's such a small landing. I'll go down a step, and then you can open the storm door and then go in first.
Yeah, Frankie, relax. Play it by ear.
How's this? Hi, Winifred. So glad to finally meet you.
Use Winnie. Maybe you should use the greeting, catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel thumping. It's a black thing.
Stop teasing me. Do I kiss her on the cheek? It's an Italian thing.
Actually, it's a black thing too, especially between women.
But will she be thinking of me as a woman or as a trans or...
Stop it. She's gonna think you're crazy if you get all tangled up. Be yourself. She already likes you from what I've told her and from the videos.
What videos?
I showed her your karaoke from last week singing That's Life.
And she really liked it?
Oh, and that video of that old film when you and Jimmy were Cub Scouts marching in the parade for the Italian Fest. Your mother and father beaming from the sidewalk and everyone with powdered sugar on their faces from eating Z-poles.
Zappalas. Oh my God, what did she say?
She said your family is priceless.
In a good way or a bad way? What did she mean by that?
I don't know. Ask her on Friday night.
It's just the three of us, right?
Her sister Gladys may come by. Usually does on Friday nights.
Oh my God, I got to prepare for her too? Why is she coming?
When sisters live near each other, they see each other a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it's a black thing.
Oh, it's an Italian thing too. Oh, Jimmy's here already. We're never going to get through this. Got to move it along.
The best laid plans of mice and trams.
Hey, Jimmy! Tenasia's here. Please bring down the coffee and pound cake that Mom made.
Hey, Frankie boy. I mean, Frankie, be down soon. Entenmann's made the cake, not Mom. Sugar and milk for Tanny?
He's no dumb waiter.
Why does he call me Tanny? So weird. Frankie, Jimmy, Johnny, Bobby, Sammy. Oh my God.
No, it's an affectionate way among Italians to refer to people. It starts out in grammar school. Everybody has an IE or a Y at the end of their name. Then as they get older in college and stuff, they drop it. It's too juvenile. And then when they hit 50, they want to get younger again and they take it back again. It's an
Italian
thing, right?
Jimmy the Goomba, at your service.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Hi, you two lovebirds.
Good seeing you again. By the way, I like my name complete. You don't have to shorten it. I'm Tanasia.
Oh, I didn't mean nothing by it. Frankie, she went from Frank at birth to Francis at baptism to Frankie boy in grammar school to Frankie in high school to Frank in college and at work. And then 11 years ago when she transformed to Francis, then to Fran, and now back to Frankie because it's cool. And she wants to be in with the in crowd. My brother should get some kind of a prize or at least something for all those names, yet still the same person. Though not really.
Brother, you're funny. You know, Tanasia and I were preparing for me to meet her mother, Winnie, on Friday night.
Oh.
What do you mean, uh-oh?
I'd like to be a fly on the wall to see her face when she sees you.
Oh, don't make me feel bad now. As it is, I'm feeling anxious about it.
I told you, just be yourself.
Oh, no, don't do that. She'll think you're too scattered and not serious. You got to be more reserved. No low-cut stuff. And more ladylike. And don't let any of your once-in-a-while Guidos show up, eh? Maybe speak a little higher in a sing-songy feminine way, or else she'll think you're,
What?
Indecisive, like Bowie's Rebel Rebel song. You've got your mother in a world. She's not sure if you're a boy or a girl. So, hey, what are you bringing? You're Italian. You got to bring something.
Like what?
Let me give you some advice as your older brother, despite not going to years of college like you. I suggest you bake a cake. You know, it'll show off your giving, loving, feminine side. But bake a cake that Black people like.
And what kind of cake is that?
Deep, rich chocolate cake with chocolate icing.
And is vanilla cake for white people?
No, because Black people like sweets. Why? From years and years of cutting down candy canes in the fields.
Watch how you say things. Bake a cake. I don't have time to do that.
I got a better idea. Show Tanasia's mother how to make a lasagna. Your future mother-in-law will love it and love the idea of you as another woman in the house sharing your heritage. Then maybe she can swap recipes with you. Always wanted to try grits and chitlins.
Mrs. Washington was a world-traveled historian, studied many cultures. She knows way more than you think.
Start with lasagna and let it take you from there. Mark my words, Frankie. Think of Mom's lasagna and how she always commanded attention.
Yeah, okay, Jimmy. We gotta go.
You two go, I'll clean up. Frankie, I just want you to realize that while I'm here babysitting Mom, I'm missing my poker night with the boys.
I know. Next week, have them come here, and Tanasia and I will make them lasagna and coffee and cake and espresso with some sambuca if they want it. And you can take 10% from each pot.
Hey, now you're talking. Don't forget to wear matching aprons and high heels. The guys will get a kick out of that. Oh, and one more suggestion, Frankie, when you meet Winnie. You can bring up Langford Hughes being a favorite poet of yours at college. Give her a few lines of "The Black Person Speaks of Rivers," like this. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers.
What? You? Poetry? Good idea. Good idea. Maybe when she gives me a glass of water, I can hold up the glass and set it up and say, oh, this reminds me of the poem called The Negro Speaks of Rivers. But I'm not sure of using the word Negro. Could be condescending.
Okay, instead, while she's getting you a glass of water, you can hum or maybe sing a verse of A Wonderful World. Louis Armstrong's their hero. I see trees of green, red roses too. I've seen them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Enough. You guys are funny. And I know you aren't really prejudiced anymore. Well, not much anyway.
Is that a knock on the door? Ooh, easy now.
My best friend, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
I was saying that I know deep down you both are not prejudiced, but watch how you say things in front of my mother. It's different.
How so?
She grew up in a much different time. Her brother Terrence was killed in the Newark riots in '67. When we're with her on Friday, be careful of how many times you say it's an Italian thing. For her, it may have a different ring.
But I mean it in a way that...
I know, really. I know your heart. You're proud of your heritage, your upbringing, your family's closeness and all that. But also that for a listener, for each time you say it's an Italian thing, they may be hearing from you, you're not Italian and you really don't understand. Get what I'm saying, guys?
Sure do, hon. See you later.
Hi, Tanasia. Good seeing you. Angela, do you happen to be Italian?
Yes, Jimmy. My father was born in Provincia Cosenza in Calabria. My mom was born here, but both her parents were from Calabria too.
Very good. So what's your last name? I'll friend you, okay?
Sure. Spirotigliosi. S-P-I-R. Let me friend you. There you go.
A cool name for a cool girl. See, it's an Italian thing.
Tanasia Washington is a cool name for a cool girl, too. It's a black thing.
End of Act 1, Scene 1, Scene 2. Act 1, Scene 3. Very nice to meet you. on Friday evening at Winnie's house in the Bronx, New York.
It's tight here. When your mom opens the inside door, and when she looks ready, like she's gonna open the storm door, I will wait here for you to move around me, and you open the storm door and go inside. Then I'll go in.
Okay. Can I ring the bell now?
How's my lipstick?
Perfect. Come on, relax.
Hi, Frankie. Nice to meet you. Hi, Tanasia.
So very nice to meet you, too.
Oh, what you got there under that aluminum foil? A cake? Oh, so sweet of you. I hope it's a chocolate cake with chocolate icing.
Well, next time a cake. It's a lasagna. I made it for you.
Oh, wow, so perfect. We don't have the homemade lasagna a lot. Oh, I absolutely love it.
Mom, I'll go cut 3 pieces for us.
Oh, good idea. Also, pour 3 glasses of red. Okay, Frankie?
Yes, great. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me.
Frankie, I got to be honest with you now. I like Louis Armstrong, but songs like Black and Blue and also Mahalia Jackson singing in the upper room. Do you know that one, Frankie?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh, you'll love it. Can I do a little bit of it for you? It kind of goes like this.
Yes, please.
It's in the middle of it. The song, it goes like, in the upper room with Jesus. Oh, it's in the upper room talking to my Lord. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, Lord.
Hey, Mom, sounded good. Let me join you.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Wow.
No,
it's in the upper room. It's in the upper room.
Yes, yes, Lord.
Lord, it's in the upper room. Talking with my Lord. Oh, yes.
Come here. Let me hug both of you. Wow, how does that feel? I got to get back to singing in church, Frankie. You can come and see me.
Definitely. That would be a service I'd enjoy, with music and singing and happy.
I've been telling you about praise worships and to come with me, but you've been too busy with paying bills and catching up on Sundays.
Yeah, sorry.
Let me get back to preparing the food.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. All of us sometimes do what we do because we think we should do it, because we've often done it before. Instead, sometimes we should do what we feel we should do because we've never done it before.
I like the way you think, Winnie.
And I like the way you are. Quite frankly, I like your energy. And what I saw in that video of you singing your heart out echoed right here. What I feel about you is your warmth and your honesty confirms what Tanasia told me about you.
Wow, what a kind thing to say.
Well, despite the mismatch, the age, the race, and I'll be Frank, or should I say Frankie. I see why Tanasia fell for you. But you still need to assure me that you will honor her and be kind to her, love her. It's a Black thing.
Wow. Really appreciate it, actually. You speak your mind like my mom. You have my word, Winnie. Is your sister coming?
No, she didn't think she would be comfortable with a transgender person. She'll come around if you pass the audition.
Are you thinking of this as an audition?
No, Tanasia told me that you were a bit anxious about meeting me, so I'm teasing you. Gladys had to watch her grandbaby. I'll give her a piece and give it to her during the week. You don't realize how much homemade lasagna is like gold to us.
Really?
Oh, yes. We lived 2 doors down from Italians growing up. One day they invited my brother Terrence and me to come over to try to make lasagna at their house. They laughed so much at what a mess Terrence and I made. It was like a Jefferson's episode.
So you have a strong lasagna connection too. I learned the recipe from my mom. Her parents came from Calabria in southern Italy.
Oh, good to have good families. This daughter of mine has had it rough. I'm sure she told you. So I trust you will care for her in such a way to elevate her, not to aggravate her to put her down. You know, I hear transgender people have a tough time staying in relationships. I don't know if that's all true, but Frankie, please know that Tanasia needs your loving, wants it. You up for that?
Yes, I am. I feel that Tanasia gets her loving nature from you, Winnie. I won't let you down.
Okay, now describe to me the steps and how to make mama's lasagna.
Oh, okay. It's simple. First, you use a big Corningware deep dish and you wipe some olive oil at the bottom. And then in a big pot, you boil the water for the lasagna.
Wait a minute. I got an idea. I remember better when there's a song or some music involved. Why not sing the recipe to me?
You serious?
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right. How's this? Let's see. I'm gonna sing it to the melody of That's Amore, okay?
Okay.
All right. Add a touch of salt and oil to the water and make it boil. That's amore. In a separate large pot, give the gravy a shot of amore. Pour in 3 sing-a-ling-a-ling, big cans of Del Monte. All right, let's jump to the big finish. All right. And after adding some garlic powder and 2 tablespoons of salt, here's the finish. When the mix bubbles nice, add just the right spice. That's some more.
Okay. Oh, Frankie. Enough for now. My Lord, that does sound heavenly.
I'll make it with you the first time, and then I'm sure you'll get it.
Oh, it smells great.
I'm compelled to finish that recipe. I started singing about.
It's an Italian thing.
No, it's an OCD thing, actually. You put in, the rest of it is simple. You put in your meat in the frying pan to cook it through and through, like chopped meat and sausage, maybe some pork. And when it's done, you add it to the pot with the gravy.
Seems simple. When's the cheese?
Aspetta.
A cheese?
No, wait.
Oh, the weight. It's a light cheese, not heavy.
No. Aspetta means W-A-I-T. Forget it. Now you start making your lasagna building, right? You place layers of lasagna, layers of the boiled lasagna strips on each floor, and you spread evenly that mixture you made, that whole mix of shredded mozzarella, ricotta, and aspetta cheese. Then the mix of chopped peppers and mushrooms and olives, plus a heavy portion of gravy.
Frankie, you almost need a building permit.
Mom, Frankie is an excellent cook. Learn from her, Mom.
You live with her?
Just while my house is being repaired. My older brother Jimmy lives with her.
Mom, you've got to see them together. Her brother's a riot.
Oh, lucky girl, Tanasia. Got yourself a cook in addition to swapping clothes and expanding your wardrobe. Frankie, I've got to be honest with you. You know, you don't
Okay.
look like I expected. You don't talk like I expected. You're really warm, approachable. I'd be proud to one day call you my daughter-in-law. For too many years, I harbored animosity against Italians because of my brother being shot by Italian cops. I've been letting it get the best of me. Grace, forgiveness, it's a black thing.
I'm sorry. But that's good that you are letting go. They say forgiveness is the most powerful virtue. It could be the silver lining in the heartache you suffer. God bless your family. I got an idea. How about you, your sister, and your sister come over to my mom's basement next Wednesday, and Tanasia and I will be making lasagna for my brother-in-law, my brother Winnie, and the poker guys. I could show you the cooking steps then, and we could all eat together.
Oh, with such a big crowd of Italians? Do Gladys I need to dance the Mambo Italiano or the Tarantella?
Well, why not come in and say, "Hey, what you doing? How you doing?" No, Winnie, you don't have to do anything. All you need to do is relax and be your wonderful selves.
End of Act 1, Scene 3. Act 2, Scene 1. Making lasagna together. Wednesday, downstairs at Jimmy's apartment.
When the moon
hits your eye like a big
Pizza pie, that's amore.
when
When
the
the
world
world
seems to
seems to
shine.
Like you had too much wine, it's lasagna and it's amore. Hi, Angela.
Good to see you. I'm ready.
Oh, that's the best statement I heard all day.
Ready to make lasagna, I mean.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Frankie. This is my mother, Winnie, and her sister, Gladys.
Hello, ladies. So glad you're here. We have 1 hour before the poker guys start arriving.
Gladys, Frankie is a real good cook. Wasn't that homemade lasagna I gave you delicious?
You really mean delicioso.
Esattamente. I took Italian when I was in high school, but I don't know why.
Oh, I know why. There was that real cute Italian boy, Johnny G, with the black hair.
Ooh, you remember, sis, because you liked him too. A little too much, actually.
Oh, he was the first taste of Italian I had.
Watch it now. You got Angela blushing.
Oh, stop it. Not that taste. Food taste. Johnny's cousin made an incredible lasagna.
Frankie, what can I start with?
You know, we should do teams. Jimmy and Angela make the salad and boil the water, and me and Winnie and Gladys will make the lasagna.
Oh, sounds great. That's pretty fantastic. The two cultures coming together to break bread.
Men and women?
No, African Americans and Italian Americans.
In honor of Johnny G.
Actually, in honor of Terrence.
Why are you bringing that up? It's a long time ago. Remember, we all forgave that Italian cop, right? Right there at Terrence's funeral, remember?
I may have chanted the words, I forgive them, but it still pains my heart.
Sis, it's my heart too. I am still broken up. Don't you remember that, Gladys? Don't you remember that that I will wish Terrence I'm just all
Yeah.
crazy. I remember things about our brother, but what I will never forget is Winnie, he was my brother too. And you
Mom,
have
what
to
are you
forgive.
what are you doing? We're here at Frankie's mother's house making lasagna.
It pains me deeply how those cops treated Terrence and his friends when that four of them lay dying in the street, blood pouring all over them. Especially that cop Tony with his snide look on his face, who came over and kicked Terrence to see if he was breathing.
He was my brother too, but you have got to let it go, sis.
And when he saw that Terrence wasn't breathing, he shot him again.
Winnie, that gun went off
And you
accidentally.
believe that? They also said that.
Who knows what really happened then? But don't hold it against all Italians. There's bad in every group, our group included. Times have changed. These Italians are different. You feel that, don't you?
Yeah, I know. And I do know that Italians are good to their families, for sure. And I'm sorry, Frankie and Jimmy, but I got to go. I feel overwhelmed right now.
Mom.
My head is banging it, and I see those goddamn Italians pushing on the crowd like the crowd was wrong for being upset. Those cops rule that Newark neighborhood like they were God's gift to mankind. Meanwhile, they were all devils in disguise, handsome white faces with wavy hair.
Mom, stop.
Winnie, I'm sorry. Do you want a glass of water?
No, damn it. I want my brother Terrence back. I want his kids to have their father. I want my friends and family to be treated like they were not of a lesser kind.
Winnie, I'm very sorry that you.
Don't say anything. I'm sorry for ruining this evening. I intended to have a good time with all of you tonight, but instead I'm obsessed with this anger, and I've got to let it get the best of me.
It's okay, Winnie. Come here. You too, Jimmy, Tanasia, Angela, Gladys. Join us. Let's all, for the spirit of Terrence and his friends, let's hold each other tight. Close our eyes and pray with me out loud, okay? We're going to do it together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
Evan,
What happened?
somebody pinched me.
Sorry, it was me. Just a simple little pinch to say hello.
What did I tell you about treating women like objects?
But some women don't object. Some like it, I'm sure.
There you go again, Jimmy. Your assumptions.
He's Italian. That's how they are. It's an Italian thing. Remember La Dolce Vita?
Mom, you're really not sticking up for Jimmy, are you?
No, but your Aunt Gladys and I did share our manipulation. Gladys, do you remember when we plotted in 6th grade for hours on how we were gonna have our way with that cute little boy Johnny G in the movie theater? And all these years later, when we still get a little frisky when we see a good-looking Italian guy coming down the street.
That's right, sis. It's a black thing.
Yeah.
It's all right. Love is love, right, Angela?
Absolutely not, Jimmy. The only pinch you're permitted is a pinch of garlic in your lasagna.
To each his own. I mean, her own. I mean, their own. Oh, God, even I do it. Oh.
End of Act 2, Scene 1. Act 2, Scene 2. One door closes. Later that same Wednesday evening, upstairs at Carmela's apartment.
I can't stay long, but I wanted to tell you what's been happening.
Frankie, you're always in a rush.
The whole bunch is still downstairs. They started making the lasagna.
I don't think I can do it. You know my feelings about you and Tanasia. How can I face her, her mother, and her aunt?
You don't have to join us if you don't want to, but I still want to bring you up to date. On Friday evening, I visited with Winnie, and things went very well. Winnie liked me.
Of course she liked you.
And can see me with Tanasia.
She said that, or did you think that?
Well, kind of both. There were good feelings.
What's the racket downstairs? I'm not as hard of hearing as your Aunt Sophie thinks I am. That poor woman, Winnie, and what she's gone through.
Yeah, she really is a wonderful woman. Memories of what the cop did to her brother threw her for a loop.
It was an Italian cop. What's to say she won't erupt again? You see what I'm saying?
Black people have endured so much. Am I supposed to throw out my relationship with Tanasia over a worry that her mother one day may be triggered and have another episode?
There are already enough reasons why you should cool your relationship with Tanasia. Lots of negatives we talked about last week.
I respect you, but I don't agree.
I asked Aunt Sophie to come by and talk with us.
Oh, no. 2 against 1? I feel like I'm being ambushed, and she's an alfalfa female.
You know she loves you, and as my older sister, she has given me good advice on many, many times.
I can't do this now. I just came up to give you an update.
What is this, the Weather Channel? I don't need updates. I need you to think clearly.
Bad timing. I got Tanasia and her people downstairs, and the poker guy's coming. That could be Tanasia with her family wondering where I am and wanting to come up. I hope it's not Aunt Sophie. God forbid.
I think it's Aunt Sophie, and I think she's early.
Oh, no, but Mom.
Frankie boy. I mean, Frankie girl. Looking good there.
Hi, Aunt Sophie.
Did you tell him, her?
Sure did. Go ahead.
So here's the deal, Frankie. After I thought this over and over and over, I think you're making a big mistake getting too serious with this girl. You should nip it in the bud, and your mother agrees.
Aunt Sophie, with all due respect, you didn't even meet her yet. Tanasia's a lovely girl, and we are in love. We're a chance.
I was telling Frankie, it's not just because Tanasia's Black, but it's the whole package of Frankie being so much older, also trans, and really, how could it ever work, especially over a long period of time?
Carmela, I've been trying to tell you this for months from Florida. And him, her too.
Tanasia has been making lasagna downstairs with your recipe, Mom, and the poker guys are due here soon.
A tan Asian girl too? Who? What lasagna?
Not a tan Asian. Her name is Tanasia. Oh. You said, oh.
You said Tanasia is Black, but deep Black? Oof.
Aunt Sophie, this is Jennifer, my mom's wonderful caregiver from Ghana. She just came from the store.
Gonna what? Ooh, Tanasia does seem to be a nice girl, but Frankie, not your type.
This is not Tanasia. It's Jennifer. Your hearing aid.
Frankie, I'd like to bring my mother and her sister Gladys up to meet your mother. Is that okay?
Okay already.
Wait, Sophie, I told you about Jennifer and her beautiful voice. Because We don't know what's around the corner or when you'll have an opportunity to hear it. So let's do it now. Jennifer, please sing to her my favorite song you sing, The Greatest Love of All.
Now? But people are coming up.
Yes, please, right now. Life's getting shorter. Let's hear your beautiful voice. After all, that's how you got the job with me when Frankie hired you.
Okay, I'll do some of it a cappella. Here goes, from the version Whitney Houston made famous. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all.
Oh, I got every word. Oh my God, what a message from a beautiful person. Thank you, Jennifer.
I love singing to Miss Carmela every morning.
I will come over more often.
Jennifer's my gift, such a sweet soul. People from Ghana are from heaven. Now let's answer Tanasia about everyone coming up. Come on up, why not? Could be the most fun I've had in months. Bring up some of the lasagna too, so Sophie can taste Italian lasagna made from black hands.
It's the black hand? But we're Calabrese, not Sicilian, God forbid.
No, forget it. It was just a joke because their hands are black.
You can't joke about that. It will hurt their feelings saying they're mixed up with the mafia.
Okay, let's have a party.
Let me introduce you all. Okay, this is
Winnie! I know you from Newark. You're the girl whose brother got killed in the '67 riots. Terrence. I'd see you when I visited my cousin Mary and her family in Newark.
Oh my God, Carmela, the same sweet voice. You are the girl 2 doors down who made that delicious lasagna for us decades ago. Oh, this is my sister Gladys.
I recognize her even though it's over 50 years ago. And this is my older sister, Sophie.
Older, but you'd never know it. So you are the girl who Frankie is head over heels about. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Aunt Sophie. And you too, Carmela. You've got a lovely daughter. Frankie and I had good times together, despite, but you know what happens. I feel it.
Well, that's calling a spade a spade. I mean, that's beating or not beating around the bush at all.
Life's too short. It's better to be honest.
hey, wait, what's happening here?
Frankie, I love you, but I see you're unsure where things stand with me. And maybe they're right. Things are stacked against us.
Yeah, but our love could push through. We shall overcome.
Also, I gotta be honest about something else. My best friend Angela called me today.
And?
She told me she loved me, not just as a friend, but romantically. And I realized it makes sense for her and I to see what could happen if we were more open and honest with each other. Angela is stopping by soon.
Oof. The ambush that I felt before is now a blitzkrieg.
I'm sorry, Frankie. I do love you, but it was feeling too tough. Making a life together has enough problems.
Did I hear you say Angelo? Is that the mechanic on West 3rd Street?
No, not Angelo. Angela.
Who would have known?
Carmela, Maron, nothing is the same as it used to be. Let us pray.
Oh, God.
No need to worry. They'll be fine. And Frankie will be fine too. She's really a wonderful person, filled with love for everyone and everything. And she makes an excellent lasagna just like her mother.
Frankie grew up in a loving home with Carmela and Sophie to help her become loving. Can't go wrong with a strong family.
It's an Italian thing. And I guess it's also a Black thing. I will take a chance with what I'm about to say. I got someone for you to meet. I've been thinking about this for weeks and talking with my old friend Florence. This person is the door that will open while the Tanasia door is closing.
Another ambush?
I didn't know anything about this.
Who could this be now?
Sophie, she's white, but she's too young.
Who is that? I didn't pick her.
This is my best friend and my love, Angela.
Oh, the one who's not Angelo on West 3rd Street.
Hi, Angela. You know, all the best to you two. Really, I mean it. So you two are more than just best friends, huh? Well, congrats to both of you.
They say everything happens for a reason. I mean, Jimmy's pinch made it clear to me that the old school guy girl thing is so not for me. And I thought about how much Tanasia and I have cared for each other these last several years, and I guess that's real love. And then a switch went off in my head, or my heart, that said, she's the one. Just like that.
My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl.
Hey, look at this. I leave the house for alternate side of the street parking, and there's a major party up here. And the poker guys are not even here yet. Hi, everybody. Oh, and Angela. I didn't think you were okay to come here after that pinch.
It's okay, Jimmy. But if you do any more shenanigans, you'll have to answer to Tanasia now.
What do you mean? Oh my God, manja à trois.
It's menage a trois.
There's that college degree again. So the door is closing on you, little brother. I mean, sister.
No worries. I feel another one will open soon, as Aunt Sophie tells me.
Okay, who's this? Well, I'll be damned. Chris Manzano from Washington School. How you been? How's your sister Angela? Are you playing cards with us?
Good to see you. Nah, Jimmy. Your Aunt Sophie's been talking with me and my mother about Frankie and that I should visit here.
What? Give me that again.
Aunt Sophie has a feeling, in fact, a dream that she had 3 times in a row. You know, they always come true. It's an Italian thing.
I can't believe this. It's like a TV show.
Frankie!
Chris! Chris, the last time I saw you was in front of Katz's Deli in 7th grade. We shared secrets, remember? You said you like boys, and I said I like dresses.
And they would walk away and never talk to each other again. You look amazing too, though, Frankie. I've got a feeling.
A feeling deep inside, oh yeah. I got a feeling that tonight's
Tonight's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
a good
good
night.
night. That
Tonight's
tonight's
gonna
gonna be a
be a
good,
good
good
night.
night. Woo.
Hey,
Uh,
how about Carmine's tomorrow morning?
pick me up at 8:30.
Coffee?
End of play.
Did we go off camera?
Let's should we all go yeah, I guess all go off camera and let Wayne and Alonia run it from here.
Everyone can go on camera then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. Everyone, that way they can contribute and we can see
Right.
expressions and
Okay, great.
etc.
Great.
Hi, everybody. Great job. I usually am pretty much a free form feedback person. My focus is usually on the structural elements. So I'm going to let Elisa or Aliona take care of the other conceptual matters. First of all, let's do free form. What kind of feedback do we have for what we've just seen? Just anything as abstract as you care, or Stephanie, please.
Congratulations and bravo to everyone from the writing to the performing. I have been so surprised because I did see this play months ago, maybe even a year ago, when it was down, what was it, the Evangel Church on the Lower
yeah.
East Side?
Yeah, the Episcopal Actors Guild. Yes.
I was very disappointed then, and
Oh,
I am very, very pleased tonight. And I think the rewrites have been wonderful. The characters are really fully developed as people. And the dialogue was very, very natural for each of them. And I can't tell you how very positive I feel about this play. Thank you, Fran, and bravo. Congratulations.
thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for sticking with it too. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Rachel, you have your little yellow glove up there.
Yeah, hi. So I'm in Brazen Giant Ensemble with Fran, and so I know part of the story from earlier drafts. And so I'll start with saying that I thought the flow of the story arc worked very well. I hadn't seen the ending before, so that was a pretty cool surprise ending. I was like, wait, what's going on? Oh, okay, it's gonna be all right. Basically, some of the dialogues ran a little long, but they all are, the plot points are there. So my most constructive thing would be to say the opening dialogue with the mom. The thing that really jumped out at me as the most engaging was the anecdote about being asleep in the car and them sharing that with the audience. So I would say share some of the anecdotes, not all the anecdotes. And there might be a place here and there later in the script where you can also cut an anecdote off or in half and just like imply the rest of it. And yeah, just a couple of places where one character says something and then the other character says almost the exact same exposition. But I really feel a lot of love for the characters and how they're all trying to get along with each other. The song from Jennifer, that was really nice and unexpected. And you really did the accent very well. I don't know if that's your own how you normally speak or not, but for the character, it came across very well. And I enjoyed the cast a lot. Thought it was well cast. So that's my feedback.
Thank you. Someone else, some feedback, the freeform feedback at present. Anything at all? No?
Lothario.
Who?
Lothario, you got your hand raised.
Yes, I'm trying to get the video on. Give me 1 second.
Oh, Lothario.
I could maybe do it from my end.
Okay.
I could put you in the waiting room. I think you're not in the waiting room. That's why. Okay, here you go. Now you're in the waiting room. Maybe your video is on too, I hope.
Okay. Well, it didn't come on, but can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we could just do it like this. I really enjoyed the show, and I was able to connect with the characters, the free flowing. I agree with the last lady that spoke that some of the anecdotes could be subliminal, as well as some of them could be like kind of cut out and let people kind of figure out what's going on instead of just keep giving it to them, but it sounds like it's repetition. So I agree with that. And as far as between Fran and Angela and Tanisha, the fact that those two got together, I think that should be a little longer. And then do that more. Because it just came abruptly. It should be seen, it should seem as if it was built along within Angela. It didn't seem like it was built along. It seemed as if it was spontaneous, and it may have been a way to just cut off their relationship. So that would be my opinion.
Thank you. Stephanie again?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm responding to or the comments that were just made about Angela and Tanisha and Frankie. The previous comments triggered my thought. Frankie did not seem as shocked or disappointed that Tanisha was now more interested in Angela than in herself. And I think there should have been, would have been more of a surprise and disappointment. Frankie just turned around too abruptly after having said how deeply she was feeling about Tanisha.
Thank you, Stephanie. I'm just going to jump in on that point because as Fran knows that I've made a comment on that point as well. And I think that's structurally, especially something that needs to be addressed to bring this piece over the hump. I think that you cannot just dismiss Frankie's emotional attachments for Tanisha in any kind of gracefulness. And if so, you have to write that gracefulness into the script so that we understand what she goes through in a moment. If the writing has to be poignant, dense, so that we can go through, okay, I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go. But we don't get that. What we get is a kind of a blithe feeling of, So I think that's something to address and very important to address because we've invested the hour in the relationship between them. And as I have said before, I think Frankie is I want to say almost dishonoring us, but not respecting our investment in her. I want to say Tanisha. I'm sorry. I wait. Let me get there. Yeah, it says Tanisha here, so that's the best I can do. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. That's my character's name. My name is Kia.
Yeah, Tia.
Hi, Kia with a K. Yeah, I just wanted to jump in. And playing that part of Tanisha, that struck out to me as well. Is how it sort of was kind of cut right down the middle. Well, we're doing this now, and well, I guess we're doing this now. And I think, and so I think another point to make is to make the other, to make the Black characters a little bit more fulfilled in their personalities, I guess. Because I mean, for me, I'll say that, I definitely wouldn't want to see Black characters being reduced to their trauma. And, you know, I know that's definitely not what Fran was going for at all. But you know, it may come off that way. So I just wanted to make those 2 points. But me and Mom Gladys, we have to go. We have a pre-commitment that we had made, and we weren't aware this would go this long. So we have to bounce.
Thank
But
you so much.
thank you
You did
so
a
much.
fantastic job. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Good night.
I say goodbye to your mom.
I will.
Oh,
Bye, Mom.
the other mom.
The other mom.
Bye, Mom.
Any further
Bye, daughter.
freelance comments?
Yeah, hi. This is Sue DiCosola. Is it okay to be recognized?
Who is that?
Sue DiCosola.
Sue DiCosola.
Hi.
Sure, go right ahead.
Friend of mine, a friend of Anthony
Sure.
Valdero's too.
Absolutely.
So I wanted not to take too much time, but I wanted to congratulate everyone on such a professional job. I mean, the depth of commitment to this has been very, very evident. And I think that, you know, in listening to the comments, there's a fine line between keeping it as a comedy and keeping it light and using identity as a comedic element. I laughed out loud at the scene with Jennifer's being misidentified for one of the love interests. I thought that was very nicely handled and funny. But I agree with everyone about something that I would use the phrase authenticity of emotion. The scene where Winnie cannot let go of her brother's death, to me, was the most authentic. And not to say that you want to fill a comedy with anger, but the range of emotion, I think, you know, with the dialogue that some people ask to be trimmed, you perhaps have opportunity with that to give us a bigger range of what each character has come from, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Any other further comments? I'm going to jump in with some comments that might stir some more. Fran, I think that my feeling in the first scene is that it's too expository and that you don't need it. You have some really strong points in there. I think somebody mentioned, you know, like
Falling asleep.
Yeah. And like, that's kind of all you need. You want to get into somebody's heart but don't overwork it. And there's a lot of reflection in that first scene where they're recalling this and they're recalling that and recalling this and recalling that. And the problem with doing that is that that's what the scene becomes. Just a recollections instead of touching our hearts. And I think that you don't need it. I really don't think you need it. I think you establish relationships pretty quickly. They're really authentic, and I think you establish them. So I would think of trimming those, and I would especially think of, if you want those in there, put them in the present. Don't make them recollections. If there is a boyfriend you're talking about from the past, put him in the present, instead of saying, oh, I didn't really get off on this guy or something. I would change that to the present and say, I went out with this guy Friday. You know, I whatever happened, but I would put it in the present so that it's alive. It's in the present, not in the past. The more you, because the past is weight that you have to drag along with you. So a lot of my comments had to do with the past dragging into the present, that you could either make present or, and there's even about the cake. Yeah, it's kind of a general point that I would make myself personally about everything. And if I was directing it, the other point I want to make is that I really get your authenticity as an actor. So I think you did a marvelous job. But this is, you've written a lot of tenderness and a lot of sweet moments into the piece that I would challenge as a director. You and I were working together. I would challenge as a director if they were comic or not. There is relief for those, for a comic moment, but I think they're very tender, and I think they're very touching. And to give them up for a joke, I don't think it's worth it. I think you can relief at times, but I think this is a very sweet piece. There's a lot of sweet things in the transition that occur for an individual. I don't need to tell you that, but that occur. And that those are the things that I want registering with me, as opposed to a chuckle. And it's a very tender, because I've seen it, I've read it, I've seen it again now. So it's 3 times that I'm saying, wow, this is a very, very sweet piece, very tender piece. And I get it when you act it, certainly. Linda, please.
Sorry about that. Yes. I appreciate all the comments that have been made. First of all, Fran, what an outstanding job, outstanding writing. This piece is it just speaks to my heart. I came into this later than the rest of the cast. And when I first watched the rehearsal that you sent me, I was blown away. I was blown away by the cast. I was blown away by the story. It deals with very real themes. When you speak about the biases that you had to let go of, and then the dialogue that happens, much of the dialogue that happens in the piece is dialogue that should happen in real life and too often does not. Even if you are someone experiencing biases, it's okay to receive that about yourself. You're not a bad person because of that. It's what you do with that information about yourself and how you handle that discussion with someone else that sees it differently. So that in itself spoke to me, because that is love. And that is really what love is. If I love someone enough to extend grace, to accept the differences, focus on the commonalities, accept the differences, and grow from that. Have a different experience, which will give me a different belief, which will impact my biases. Another thing that I wanted to mention as we talk about the pieces that are more expository, in thinking of expanding this into a series, I kind of think of a technique used in, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the show Blackish, but they do recollections often, and it's quite comedic, actually. They handle some really tough themes through that flashback. Very often, the character that's in the flashback is narrating some of the flashback. So there's some of that also that, just throwing it out there as an idea, because I just think it's so rich. I'd hate to lose any of it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
I was thinking that Terrence would come back in a flashback, and it would be an opportunity to explore 1967 all over again with current eyes, and that would be, I guess that was, seeing Summer of Soul brought that up. Questlove's Summer of Soul brought a lot of that back up for me, and thank you for that comment. Did you feel? I have a question of Linda, of Jennifer. Did you, because when Kia said about the about handling, I was always very concerned about whether I handled the Black experience appropriately or did it enough honor or justice. I tried to. I guess I fall short in a number of cases, but for yourself, am I hearing that you were okay with the way I handled it?
Yeah, personally, I thought you nailed it. Now, that's just my opinion, but I really thought you nailed it. There is a range to that feeling, and that feeling can be triggered at any time, just as was mentioned in the piece. And I don't know, it just felt very authentic, very real to me. And the group, the remaining cast, the remaining characters, to be open to helping her work through that really spoke to me. Again, I'm not sure how realistic that is in life, but it needs to be. I feel like this piece demonstrates what should be happening regularly, you know? So for me, you nailed it. Very often, if you're not from our background, it can be cheesy, it can be, you know, it just doesn't come across right. From the beginning, from the moment I saw this, I thought you nailed it perfectly.
Great. I wanted, if I can, Wayne, I wanted to throw that to Winnie too, because Winnie did such a fabulous job too in handling that emotion, that almost a nervous breakdown. I felt myself here is we maybe came out of that a little bit too easily, you know, with the pinch bringing it out. But anyway, I wanted your feelings, Winnie, if you could share that with us.
I agree with Jennifer, and I'll start with as a Black female, I've often thought about this. I mean, I'm the mother of one son, but I have friends who have children that are like now bisexual, whatever they are. And a lot of times that, you know, when you come from like the Black experience, it's like they don't talk about it. You know, it's not talked about, how dare you, but this is the world we live in now. This is the world that we've been living in. You know, this is real. I think you definitely hit on something that it's real. And one of the things I liked about this from the time I got involved was the character of Winnie. You know, a lot of times I joke about being typecast, but I am a nurturing person. And Winnie, I thought Winnie, and the way you portray Winnie, because you give a little background, she's a historian, you know, she's traveled the world. So this is not an educated woman. You know, a lot of times when you don't have the education, then you're not exposed to it. So you don't know what to expect. You think the worst things. But in this case, what I liked about it was Winnie's character, Winnie's loving of her daughter. She loves her child. Her connection with her brother Terrence. And I think this is something she's struggled with she's struggled with through the years. You know, she has her sister. Her sister tells you that, you know, can't you just forget about it? And it's not that Winnie doesn't like white folks, because they joke about the Italian boy. You know, it's not that Winnie doesn't like Fran, because she knows her daughter's told her about Fran. But these are some of the real issues and things. And I think personally, I think this is stuff that's not dealt with in a Black family, because you want to push it under the rug. You don't want to know about it and stuff, but you have to. So I think, Fran, you touched on something that I mean, from your background, I understand what you say about your racism and that, and you know, even as myself, the woman that I am today, I'm like I am because of how I was brought up by my parents. Okay, so I didn't grow up with racism. I didn't grow up with, you know, my mother used to say there's some bad Black folks, just like there's some bad white folks. So I think that what you're bringing to the table now, it's something that definitely needs to be discussed. You know, I like theater that makes people uncomfortable. You know, if it makes you a little uncomfortable, if it makes you like, you know, then it's good theater. You know, if you get angry, if your character is doing something and you hate that character or you love that character, you've hit it on the nail. That's what live theater is. So I don't know if I answered your question, but back to like this piece, I do like this piece. And what I like about it is the character of Winnie, her relationship with her sister, her relationship with her, even when she meets Carmela, you know, she has these flashbacks about these white Italians killing her brother. That's ugly and that's real. But she's able to go on in life. So yeah, she's dealt with that for a long, you know, she's dealt with that. And I like the idea that you don't have too many family members in there. You don't have like, you know, you get the visual. Her brother's lying in the street. He was shot. He was kicked by the cop. He shot again. That's real. That happens. It happens every day now, not just 1967, 68.
Right.
So yeah, so you've definitely touched on something. A lot of times, some of the dialogue in it, it's repetitious. Some of it can be trimmed, and that could just be the way that it's being performed, acted. It's kind of hard to act on Zoom, but it's doable because on Zoom, what you just hear, you're just hearing the words, you're hearing the language. But when we did this like in Harrison, it was kind of nice. Like you do get to feel, I think the pinch during the Lord's Prayer is one of the funniest things in it. Who pinches somebody's ass while you're saying the Lord's Prayer? So I think that is hysterical. And when Harrison, when she yelled like, ow, I mean,
Right.
and Gladys and I, my sister and I, we were able to, like, you know, we're doing a lot of facial expressions. So we're looking and this and that. So yeah, Fran, I love it. I think you got something here.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just want to break in and say one of the reasons that, because especially what you're mentioning there, that we wanted to do this is because this piece will make people uncomfortable.
Mhm.
And that's the kind of theater that I like to write. It's the kind of theater I like to see performed. I think this is, I would call it a kind of a sloppy piece at the moment, because it brings so much again, you know, to deal with. And that's a good thing in theater. I also applaud Fran for being a white male writing this piece, because it's so difficult to do so in the American theater at the moment. We're a pretty puritanical theater at the moment. And that's very unfortunate, in my opinion, that, you know, I think that, you know, Linda, you should be able to write about me and I should be able to write about you. And that's just a different point of view. And sometimes it's way off and sometimes it isn't. But I think this one, you know, it keeps tightening. And thanks for the contributions of your cast to help you get more and more information to, you know, enlighten your perspective. We're all racists. I've read enough in my lifetime to know that I'm a racist too. You know, I want to keep rooting it out, but we all have our biases, our bigotries, and our racism, and it all has to just, it's a never-ending project of rooting it out. And I think that this really tackles it in a way that makes people uncomfortable. I think you got the Jimmy character here. Yeah, you know, this guy's just full of it. And, you know, it's almost like you're not supposed to write that kind of character these days, you know, but it's perfect that he's in there because he makes people uncomfortable. What's he doing on my stage? Well, I'll tell you what he's doing on your stage. He's on your streets. That's why he's on your stage. And that's the reason that, that he should be there, and that all these uncomfortable things happen. There's a lot of uncomfortable shit in this play. And
downstairs in your mother's basement.
Yeah, well, that's a Robert De Niro in what the hell movie was that? You know, Ma! You know, so yeah. Anyway, I applaud you for that. I applaud you for taking
What?
that
Can
one.
I say something?
Absolutely, Chris. Go ahead.
I feel like even the way the world is now, so accepting of gay and trans and all of the things we accept, there are still pockets, there are in my family, that would go crazy if one of my cousins said, I'm gay, I'm trans. And I have a lot of African-American friends in the city whose families would also go crazy. So yes, it is uncomfortable and it's still happening today.
I'd go further, Chris. It's not only uncomfortable, it's dangerous.
It is
There's still people being hung on barbed wire in the Midwest, you know.
Yes,
For
yes.
being trans. There, you know, it's just, yeah, it's a dangerous world for those who speak out. Edie?
I mean, what I absolutely love about this play from day one are the layers of different things going on: ageism, sexism, you know, racism. But what's so ironic is that Carmela has accepted Frankie as a trans person that has transitions, but is more accepting of that than of Tanasia's age and race. So that's just brings everything, like it's just so like it's just a big bundle of so many layers, and the way you did that, Fran, like I told you from the very beginning, is just amazing to me. So there, it's not only a layer of trans or race. It also has to do with age and so many things going on. So it's a lot more complicated, yeah, than what people see initially. So I think that, you know, I agree with everyone. There's certain things that can be edited to shorten it and to kind of just get the gist of the vulnerability and the relationships, and you can make it funny and vulnerable and sad at the same time. But that's just one highlight that I wanted to point out.
Thank you, Edie.
Hey,
And
Fran, I also want to add that it was almost 20 years ago now that I had a play put up in Berkeley, California, and I was fortunate enough to have a great cast, a really great cast, people who had done stuff for Sam Shepard and David Parr, who was the head of Actors Equity, directed it. But you know, one of the things he said to me was, "Well, we need to get it on its feet." And that's what this play now needs. It needs to be on its feet, because you have that whole scene where you're kind of performing for mom for her acceptance. Did I walk well here? That's something that needs to be on its feet so that it can be directed, so you can start, so things can start getting into a third dimension, because that's what this play needs right now. I think it's time, you know, it is time. And that's just kind of a comment I wanted to make now, because there's so much that seems to be, you know, on a Zoom and on a reading that seems to be clunky or whatever it is, that you start, that actually feeds into great performance, because you have to make the leap from here to here. The actor has to make the leap and make the transition, if you will, but I'd rather call it a leap, to go from here to there. And that's what this play needs, in my opinion. Just wanted to offer that.
Well, we're going to be having that opportunity. I think Billy Tucker, I don't know if she's still here. Billy is going to, it's not this play in its entirety, but it's scenes from two plays, at least two plays of mine, including this play. There'll probably be 3 or 4 scenes from this play and 3 or 4 scenes from another play I wrote called Once a Boy, which is an autobiographical play. And then there may be another scene. So anyway, we're going to have the opportunity to do that in a theater with, and hopefully many of the cast members here. And I want to I want to really give my heart out to all these cast members. Everyone is really, you know, and even the smaller things, like it was Christopher is played by Phil Messina, who it was one of his first, I don't know if I'm saying this right or you even want me to say something like this, one of his first acting assignments. And because of Anthony Valbiro and his direction and his stuff, we got him in. And then it wasn't until just the other night that we worked out that thing with the door and the knocks and stuff like that. So, and it turned out he was my love interest at the end. You know, I mean, it was like really, this was a magical kind of experience. And Jennifer, as the president, co-president of Harrison Players, has been just so, she stepped in when Misty, who played my mother in Harrison, couldn't do it. And because of, she's doing something right now, someplace else. And she stepped in and said, well, you know, it's funny because that's my friend. It's awkward maybe. But Misty understood. And Jennifer, you did such a fantastic. And you know what? Each part of everyone, what I like most about playwriting, and it's somewhat, and I'm sure this is the case with you, Wayne, and everybody else who's writing or acting, it's like a reflection of your life, and you get to see parts of your life. While I was getting my hair washed and blown earlier, while I was being blown, I was reading through the script again. And next to me, in the next chair, was a 92-year-old woman, and her daughter was with her, for the day. And I was watching the relationship between the two of them, and I couldn't help. I started like crying a little bit because I'm in sorrow for her, because this vibrant woman, who my mom was very vibrant like that, a couple of years from now, she won't be alive. She's like 92, or maybe it's 4 years, maybe hopefully it's 10 years. But at some point we lose our loved ones. And that's the other part of this play that I am very, I went through losing two parents, and I know a lot of people do lose their parents and everything. For me, it was, and my younger brother, and that was very traumatic for me. And I'm still, because I was rushed kind of in my life to move on to the next thing, I never really dealt with the, what is it called? PSD, whatever.
PTSD.
PTSD from the deaths in my family. And also, it's only now that and so I'm just giving it up to all of you for helping me heal myself too. And this is like a big part of it. By the way, incidentally, as a trans person, when I was 30 years old, and I've, survived it, but I was hit over the head with a baseball bat 3 times, and someone tried to kill me. And I was left on my store floor in a pool of blood, dead. But I lived through it, and stuff. And from that experience, I learned forgiveness out of that, because it was very, very difficult to forgive that person. But people around me helped me understand how to learn forgiveness. So anyway, I didn't want to get soapy and stuff like that, sappy or whatever, but appreciate all of that. And Wayne, I so appreciate your comments, and it was your comments at the second reading that were very, hit home. And I still need, obviously, but your comments today were excellent, and I do need to come more into present and trim it a lot and everything. So anyway,
let's answer. We got two hands are up here. Winnie, I see
Yeah,
your
I just wanted to.
Your yellow glove.
Okay, let me lower my hand. I just want to say, and Fran, this is to you. When I got this script and I read it, I immediately connected with my character, and I understood the script. But I got to give you a heads up. A lot of people think I can sing. I'm not a singer. And when I saw he had Mahalia Jackson, I said, of all religious gospel people to pick, you picked Mahalia Jackson, and you picked one of her songs I didn't know. So my suggestion to you would be, you got to pick a Mahalia Jackson song I know, and I have to learn how to sing. But I want to say that I get it. I love this. I love the cast. It was a blast. I'm here for you. And just keep doing what you're doing, because trust me, I know, like in the African-American community, stuff like this is very uncomfortable. Even culture. I'm African-American, but if you take a West Indian culture, what other culture, especially now, even like the language, I'm getting used to. I don't know what pansexual, binary means. I grew up with either you're heterosexual, you're a lesbian. I mean, nobody uses the word dyke anymore. So it's like you have to like step up your game. It's just like my computer skills. Like I'm retired now, so I'm lacking on my computer skills. So you got to kind of pick up with the lingo, and you have to just know what's going on. And it's important for us to be sensitive.
I just want to interrupt that my ex, Quinn Warren.
Yes.
Yeah, she got almost driven off the road being called a dyke. and a fucking dyke and all of that, like 2 days ago. So it's the word is still in play, baby.
Oh, it is? See, I don't know.
The word is
You know,
still
but
in
like I
play.
said, I treat people the way I want to be treated. I accept people the way they come to me, because to me, that's what we're supposed to do. Who are we?
I know. I'm just kind of throwing.
Yeah.
I must leave because I have to get ready for something else. But thank you, Wayne. Good seeing you. Everyone
too.
else, and Fran, let's keep in touch.
Thanks.
Chris,
We will.
Chris,
Thanks
Jimmy,
very
Jennifer,
much.
love
Thank
you all.
Bye,
Thank
honey.
you.
You.
Okay, take
Great
care.
job.
See you
you.
till we meet
Yeah,
again.
Let's
I
hear
want-
from you, Linda, when you're ready.
I
Yes.
wanted to just add something quickly about the Black experience with this play. And I thought that, and maybe it's probably a good thing that it didn't happen already, but there are three Episcopal churches in New Rochelle, one that I'm a member of, which is a little white church on a hill kind of thing. And we have about 25 or 30% of our congregation, which is much smaller now than it used to be, is African American and stuff. But there are two other churches which are 95% or almost 100% African American. And I went, and I know about those churches because my daughter is in the food pantry program, brown bag program. She's helped for a number of years making and feeding the homeless in those churches. And I know a lot of people in those churches. Well, it turns out that the priest in the white church, so to speak, is now the priest of the group of the churches, the three. And I was hoping, wow, that's a great opportunity for me to do my play on their stage. So I went there one day with Jennifer Ricci, right, and Anthony, and we went there, and I was thinking that all of a sudden they would be, open, because I had been talking to one of the people in, like, one of the deacons or whatever in one of the churches, and I was expecting that they would love it, love doing the play. But I think a lot of it is that they're uncomfortable with maybe not the white-black. Maybe they were uncomfortable with the trans, or dealing with the ageism, or with the working class, or with the Italians, whatever. So this is very uplifting for me too, because it lets me know that people come to the table at different times. And it's important for me to not give up in certain, and it doesn't mean anything when some people aren't accepting or.
Man, let me ask you a question. You went there with who? You went there with yourself, White, Jennifer.
Jennifer's in the room right now, and Anthony.
You went with three white people.
Three white
people.
people.
A play and a black. I'm not just speaking for black people at all, but I'm speaking for people. We want stuff. I want stuff that represents my community, and if it looks like almost a form of colonialism, unless you bring bring some.
Well, I saw that the cast had black people in it, and in fact, I was trying to enroll. The idea was, in this church, they have a good stage, and they have a number of people that I was trying to enroll.
Well, I'm just talking
to enroll them.
I'm just talking about almost in terms of sales. You bring
Yes,
you bring what you need with you.
Yes, it's all in the presentation.
Yeah, absolutely. You bring your, if you have black members of the cast, you bring them with you. If I'm trying to do whatever I want somewhere, I've got to bring that with me.
Very good point.
I think because you do much better. I used to live across the street from a black church called the Love Chapel in San Francisco. It rocked, man. That place rocked. But and I'd go over there, every Sunday, or I wanted to. And I brought a friend over there who was a writer, but he brought his black spouse. And they got involved. They got involved. So I think you have to reflect the community to which you want to enter. Linda, you've been waiting a while. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I wanted to appreciate you, Fran, because in working with you, what I experienced and what I enjoyed about it, you expect high quality and you demonstrate high quality and you do it and you're never nasty about it. And that is a beautiful thing in this business. So I applaud you for that. Thank you so much. Like I said, I came into this late. I also am not a singer, but I'll sing. Like if somebody asks me to sing, I'll sing. But I'm just so happy to have been a part of it. And you're going to face rejection. You're going to face criticism, you know, just like what you faced with the church for whatever reasons. Don't stop. Just don't stop.
Right.
You've got us behind you. Don't stop.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you all. And Eliza, do you have anything that you would like to add to us or ask of the people?
Well, there is a comment from NR right now.
What?
There's a comment from NR.
Oh, a comment from NR. Okay. Oh, NR. Okay, I'm sorry. Is that something I should read? Maybe is it?
Oh,
yes.
It's a chat. Fran, can you keep us informed as to how to get the video of this? I know a talk show host that I would like to introduce you to. If you can work with him, it may be helpful to both of you. He's Italian, but no longer a religious Catholic, and married for the first time in his life at 61 after his dear mother is diagnosed with suffering from Alzheimer's. Yeah, sure, I can get, there will be a video of this. And it will be, I have pieces of video from rehearsals and from this, and I'm not sure yet how to present it. And, but I will have something as long as everyone is okay with that. I think everyone probably would be. We would trim out the, trim it. But yes, and mostly from a standpoint of developing it further and making contacts like that, like what she's talking about. And I guess she's saying if the video, because if I am on that person's talk show, he may show clips, or so, probably.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Fran, I just wanted to tell
Oh,
you.
this is Ann right here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, I've seen so much progress. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for sticking with it like that. Very good. Very good. Yes, Ann was in the initial Zooms that we would do at the Episcopal Actors Guild. That was like in the real, like a couple of years ago. I want to read this out because it's from Armand. I really respect Armand Paganelli. If it's okay to read it. Gotta go. He left at 5:03, so he only left a few minutes ago. So he's here for really most of the talk too. Congratulations on creating this piece. I think you are on a good path for a successful production with it once it's on its feet, like Wayne had said, and able to grow organically. All the best. That is a very nice comment.
And Joanne has a comment. Her yellow
Yes,
her
Joanne.
glove is up. You're on mute, Joanne. I don't know. It's not showing, but you're on mute.
Okay.
Okay. Am I on mute now?
No,
you're good. You're good.
You can hear me. Hi. I'm a friend of Fran for quite some time, like a personal friend from she and her daughter. I just 2 comments. First of all, I really enjoyed the message. And I can't tell you enough how that message between cultures, people accepting people should be out there more. And that's just the perfect message throughout your play. And I'm no expertise in this department whatsoever. But I just wanted to address one thing. Well, there was a few things that I agree with the gentleman who made a lot of great critiques, was the part that you, I seen Fran do his comedy act, and, everybody tries their best. There was one part that just felt to me, when he was talking to his mom, and You start saying, Dad, you know about the LGBT? And oh, I like the bacon, lettuce, but I don't like the et cetera, et cetera. There's always a point when you're with your family and you're talking about something that's very hard to talk and discuss with a parent. And they don't want to hear it. They hear it, but they don't want to hear it because they don't understand it, because maybe they're not educated. They don't understand it. You bring what you grew up with in your brain, and you got your own little, I want to say, your little mental block. Is sometimes you have to make a joke. Maybe the way a friend executed the joke could be tweaked, but I think you have to make a joke and add a little comedy to soften the blow or the conversation that you're having when discussing something pertinent, important, and that's a makeup. I don't know if that's a great remark, but it was something like, I just felt like, I know growing up, I mean, I'm not transgender or any of, I'm heterosexual, but I experienced it where, interracial marriage. I have an interracial daughter, so it's a similarity. It's something where my parents like, that's a no, and trying to make light of a situation that's a serious situation because your parents, whomever brings you up, has their way of thinking, and very hard to not have them say to change their mind, but to accept you and your lifestyle of what you are, what you love, and who you are, because we all bleed red and all our poop stinks. So sometimes when you have to make a joke, because it's the only way sometimes to cope is to make a joke.
Yeah.
Hey,
And that's it. So thank you, and thank you everybody
coming in.
I enjoy
Joanne,
every
let me
character.
add something to that comment, especially for you, Fran. When I was reading this play, when I was reading it, I thought that you had an extra line in there that you didn't need, and it's specifically about this joke. It's the yada 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 LGBT, and then you had Frankie repeat the line. Not the line, but a comment on the line, and then have the character repeat the line. And I mean, this is very dramaturgical, but I don't think you needed Frankie to intervene. I think you let the actor do the first part of it, LGBT, and then lettuce and tomato and blah blah, and that's the joke. When you inserted Frankie, you're drawing too much attention to it, and you're saying, hey, audience, I'm going to tell you a joke, and applaud me, the playwright, for giving you the joke. So and on stage and on screen, you don't need it, and the actor can handle that very easily. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that's specifically a note that I had made and just failed to bring up right now. Anyone else? Comments from anywhere?
Can I read some of these that people had written in? Maybe some of them.
Absolutely.
Maybe they've gone. Renoir. Am I pronouncing his name okay? Renoir. I think it's a friend. Anyway, Renoir said, I am fine. Renoir is having the problem with the audio, not me. Oh, okay. Right. So it was a I'm in, but no video. Ikevelli said hello. Cindy Seville said, hi, everyone. So excited to see this. Absolutely love Fran and love supporting all her endeavors. Stephanie you put your email in here. And how can I save these chats? Save this whole chat? I guess
that I do not know.
Okay,
I'll
figure that out. I think I have Stephanie. I think I have your.
You can take a screenshot of the chat
Oh yeah,
piece
yeah,
by
right.
piece.
Yes.
Right.
Or you can get in there and copy paste it into a text document or
Okay, good. Very good. Very good. That's right. I have done. Ikevelli says, great job. I've seen this. I've seen one of the first performances in October 2021. That was at the Actors Guild on 29th Street. The characters really connected here, really flowed, and loved the ending. Phyllis says, great show, everyone. Minaj.
I don't think it's Minaj, but go ahead.
Manja or mine, whatever, to everyone. Great show. Gladys, so sorry to Fran, but Kia and I have to take off for another event. Bravo to you, and thank you. Thanks to the ensemble. We got to jump, so they had to go. She told us that Lou Asagari said, great show. Rachel, you're here. Some of the anecdotes, not all of them. I guess about your comment before. Hi, Fran. Please
It
send
was
me.
at the same time that Wayne was making the same point, and so I was
Yes.
just confirming it. Some of it's
Right.
just notes. Yeah.
Right, but also responding to feedback from other
I
people
take the
from the
hand
cultures you are portraying. Good stepping up. Stephanie, you said you had to leave. I don't know if you left already, but my website is transfran. If you're still here, transfrancisco with an S.com, and all of my stuff, my phone number, email, everything is up on that website. So it's no spaces, transfran, and then Cisco, SISCO.com. Elaine Hartle said, must leave. Wonderful, touching, funny, and well-performed play. Could use some trimming, as was suggested. Yes, but hope it goes on for many successes. Very nice comment. Thank you. Anne said, thanks everyone. Keep the faith. Armand, I read before. Cindy, I read. I got to these. Ann Richardson, I read about the person. Linda, Rachel said, Linda, you were on key for the bridge change, greatest love of all. So you got it. Okay, that's a nice comment. Josie, to everyone, congratulations, everyone, and all the very best with this piece, Fran. Jennifer, to everyone, thank you so much. Rachel, you responded to that. Judy, great job by everyone. Thank you. I think that's probably Judy Tucker, hopefully. And Jimmy has some questions. Yes, you have your hand up. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right. It's not really a question. It's
All right, I'm sorry. Comment.
Before I sign out, I just wanted to say I really enjoy this role. Obviously, I get to have fun with it. And while what Jimmy has to say might come across as racist to some or unfeeling, I feel the character doesn't have a mean bone in his body. That's the way I'm trying to play him. He's obviously accepted his brother, but he's not above teasing him about it either, which is what an older brother would do in any circumstance. So I just want to say
you played that really well, and you played it really well. Yes. And I think that's the way I really wrote it too, is that he wasn't deliberately racist. And almost none of us are, right? No, I shouldn't say that. Many of us, some of us are, but in fact, but some people are clumsy about it, about how they explain or express themselves. And I think you played that character so perfectly.
Thank you. Thanks.
Phil, you really did. And played it better than I probably sought out to write it. You know what I mean? I was planning to write it that way, but by the way, I want to add, the people who have played that character have played it well. Ernie Mignon did the early versions of Jimmy. He couldn't do the one that we did at Actors Guild, so Gene DiNapoli stepped in and did it then when Dakota.
Did he?
Yeah.
Really?
Gene DiNapoli played the part of Jimmy. I have video that I'm putting together on that.
Oh my God.
Was really incredible and was very helpful actually to me in us going down to the Actors Guild. We did it on 2 times. We rehearsed it, and that was the first time back from COVID. The place was shut.
Oh.
And it was the first time back, and we went down, and Gene was very helpful to me, and I was going through a lot when writing this script. and having some issues and problems with handling the deaths in my family. When we were there, I couldn't keep my lines. I just couldn't retain my lines. And I chalked it up to me being so emotionally invested in it. Maybe it was also I wasn't prepared enough. I had a lot of other things going on. But Gene was very helpful in carrying Jimmy so well, and the other people carried the other characters so well that I was the only one with script in hand. So I was very embarrassed about that, but I could not let this, I didn't have it on all the time. But anyway, so everyone who's played Jimmy so far has been extraordinary. And so, and you, Phil, are, definitely at the top of that. All three of you was so fantastic in playing it. I think the play is a better play now than it was before, and it shows even more now. But I want to thank you so much for staying true to who you thought the actor, the character was, and that did work, and it was really, really done very well.
All right. Thank you. Take care, everybody.
All right. Take care.
Good night.
Bye. Good night. Good night. We still have a number of people here, or not?
Joanne has a no.
No, I
You got to just lower. Let me try to lower that for you.
Yeah.
The hand.
Thank you.
Let's see. How do I look?
I don't know.
Raise hand, lower hand.
I can't.
Lower hand. Here we go. Oh, I raised it again.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Lower hand. Here we go. Okay.
Fran, I'd like to ask Wayne a question.
Sure.
In my thinking, this to me reads like a one act. Does it to you? Because I would say that, I've done a lot of straight plays, and it's not, to me, not long enough for an actual play from start to finish, with an hour for the first act, an intermission, and an hour for the second act. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Absolutely. There's a lot of places that call for submission, and they'll say full length, and they'll say one act, and the cutoff point, and I've had a couple of plays of my own, is 60 minutes.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it's
would even
right there.
say 50
So,
on
I
one
think it's much more advantageous to call it a short full length. In fact, I put in the some of the announcements that it was 1 hour, because I know people are much more willing to, especially on Zoom, to go for 1 hour than they are for full length. And since there is no intermission, you wouldn't want to have an intermission. It moves fast paced. You really don't want an intermission in this piece. Yeah, I would call it either. I would like event language for wherever it was being put up. He's a
produced,
full length, 1 hour, one act. Yeah, that's what I would do, because basically because that's what I need to do.
Does the length seem to be okay? I think Chris is saying maybe it should be extended, or does the length seem
Not
to be okay?
necessarily,
No, not
Fran.
necessarily.
It's that some things, like they were saying in that first scene, could be shortened, cut.
Yeah.
But then there's other places where you could expand a little bit more on some of the other characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Overall, I would
just
like to keep it
curious.
to the 1 hour. If
As a general,
If you were going to expand it, though, you would want to, some people addressed, establish more of a maybe they're not perfect for each other all the time, because they were so copacetic as girlfriend and girlfriend in the story that there was like no hint that they were going to break up until they said, you know what? I want to explore a little bit more with this other person because I'm afraid of commitment or whatever. So if you were to expand it, you would want to add a few more hints that things are not always perfect with Tanasia and Frankie. But they do enjoy each other a lot as friends.
As a general response, and I will say this for almost every work I've ever encountered, I would say reduce, do not increase. People say, oh, I wish there was more of that. And my response to that is then go view another play, because this is the play you're given. And I don't think expanding, then you start putting in words like, people do that, well, I'm going to go to the store, instead of cutting out some of those words in there. You don't need them. The impact of drama is to make it denser, not to string it out. You can handle that relationship with Tanisha in, seriously, less than a few lines. So that's not a matter of expanding the play, unless all of a sudden you had this burst of, creativity where you wanted to place, oh, I had this scene, I've got to get it into the play. That's a different matter. But just to expand something, no, I think, in my opinion, it's always reduce, cut, make it denser and denser and denser. If you can cut 2 words down to 1, you're doing a better job. And
I actually also, I wanted to add, I think that's a good point, Wayne. And I wanted to also add this, is that the way I felt about the relationship, I mean, Key did a great job, in acting and the role that was defined. But Frankie, the relationship was in weak hands. Frankie's love for her was part an intellectual exercise of getting rid of racism, and and all of a sudden found herself liking this black girl. But there wasn't really, I don't think it came across, if it did, it was by accident, any real dramatic thing between the two of them. Chemistry, I don't think they really had strong chemistry. And it was easy for Frankie to lose her. That's what, even though
I'll play devil's advocate in that. If you throw 2 people together as lovers, then that's what we're going to assume. And we're not going to assume this intellectual backstory that you have. It's not on the page. So we're not going to assume it. We're going to assume that they care about each other. And that's a far more moving thing for us to feel than an intellectual attraction. Also, the intellectual attraction, to be honest with you, makes Frankie shallow. It makes Frankie shallow, exercising an intellectual exercise at the expense of somebody he is disingenuous about. I don't
that's
think
right. Well,
I don't think that should be what
maybe it should be explored with Jimmy. Maybe Frankie has to have a come to Jesus moment with Jimmy about what Frankie really feels about Kia, or about not Kia, but Tanasia. And maybe I agree, it has to be, but I want the character of Frankie, like I think most of us, is sometimes in love with or do things that are for other reasons beside the reason that's right in front of them.
Again, as devil's advocate, I would say, if I'm the actor, right? I'm a professional actor. You give me the role, and here are the yada yadas, here are the circumstances, here are this. As an actor, I'm going to choose the strongest possible motive, strongest possible objective, and I don't give a damn what my director says. I don't give a damn what the playwright says, because this is what's going on between these 2 actors, and the relationship is always the strongest thing that's going on stage. And I don't think you can just write that out. I don't think you can write that out. You put those 2 people together, you say that she has a relationship with Tanisha, rather, then I think that's there. And that's what the actor is going to go for, not an intellectual spin, unless it's there on the page. You know, you got to put it on the page, and it's got to be in the dialogue, and then it's like I say, it takes a little bit away from who Frankie really is. Frankie seems to me a person who is all heart.
All her, you said? Or
Heart.
Heart with a T?
Heart with a T, driven by her heart. Yeah, not by some intellectual exercise.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah. That's just my opinion, obviously.
No, I know, but it's really makes sense, and it's something that I don't know if it's for sure not clear, you know, my part of it, you know, the way I say about why Frankie would dump her, and
Well,
not
she dumps him.
Yeah, but
yeah, I know.
It's like, okay, all right, so
yeah.
Good luck. Have a good time. It was like Frankie wanted to get out of it, but didn't express it, was disingenuous, you know, about it.
Well, if I was the actor, I wouldn't be playing it that way. If I was the actor and I'm Frankie and I'm being dumped, my choices would be to say, okay, as a noble spirit, but you would see the tears coming down my face. You would see me breaking apart that she was leaving me.
Okay.
Trying to be generous, trying to be noble, trying to be maybe all those things that were male, you know, prescribed in a background, but you would not see me choose to be blithe about it whatsoever.
Okay.
Not as an actor, certainly not. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think you're running into trouble too, making it easy for Frankie to do that, because then you're running into some serious, in my opinion, serious metaphorical colonial comparisons. I'm just trying things out with Tanisha, you know. Let me just see if, you know, it's and that doesn't seem to be what you're writing about at all. That just, you know, at all. And she seems to be, and we want to care for Frankie all the way, you know, and we do. Yeah, we're really empathizing with Frankie. I know I'm talking too much. I apologize.
No, you're not. No, it's Josie, did you have something to say?
Hello from Melbourne, Fran. How are you? Hello from Australia. What I wanted to say is, yes, hello. I wanted to say congratulations, first of all. I know as a writer, it is sometimes when you're in your own head and the characters are your own voice when you're writing them. Right. So well done in the portrayals. Being from an Italian background and being that my family's from Calabria, I certainly got.
Wow, that's
So I certainly got the in-jokes within our community. But yeah, really, really well done. It's great that you've had an opportunity to flesh it out here, and it's great that Wayne's given you that opportunity. Yes. I really think now you're ready to go. Put it on the stage, Fran. No, you know, it can be something too that writers can go, I need to keep hearing it. I need to keep hearing it. I want to make sure, and then you second guess yourself. Now it's time to put baby on the stage. Let her walk, let her stumble, but she'll get up and she'll find her way. She's like a little toddler at the moment, or a little one just trying to learn to walk. It's a bit fumbly. She's given all this advice by the aunties and uncles. Now it's up to you as the mama to put her on the stage and trust that she can do it. Because the words are there. And when you get it in front of a live audience, it's a different energy, because Zoom, we're muted. So if we're laughing, you don't know. So in your mind, you're going, I don't even know if that line is hitting, because people are muted. You don't know. Right. And you can't see our faces either. Because there was some parts that I was laughing, you know, that one about the cheese, you know, a speck. And she's going, what? You mean the sort of cheese that she was talking? Yeah. So great, but if we were in the audience, we'd be laughing out loud if we understood.
Yeah.
So it's community specific in some parts, and it's very, I always say Italian culture and the Black community, we're very close. It's a very similar culture in the way we view family, in the way we view things, how things are swept under the carpet because it's easier to deal with things that way.
Right.
So I really love it. But yeah, let her fly now. Let your baby fly, and don't think too much about it. If people don't like it, they don't like it. That's good. It means you've done a great job in making, you know, I've had people say to me, I don't like your play. I didn't get it. Good. It's not for you then. Adios.
The last, thank you so much, Josie. The last thing that Wayne said hit hardest, and it's the thing that will consume my energy in getting it better before going on the stage. And I don't think I'm going to have a problem with doing it, but this matter about Frankie more easily dumping Tanasia because Frankie, she wasn't really into it. I mean, she was into it, you know, she kind of was like puppy love kind of thing, but was only staying in it because of, and maybe initially attracted to it because of this issue about curing the racism from within. Maybe the way for me to deal with that is that that's what I thought. And then what happened was that just as I was coming around to really falling for her and investing in the relationship, she dumps me. And so then maybe that handles both ways of it, you know, that I can actually then have more emotion, feel it more, and maybe the audience would be with me more about that than if I, you know, just was too easy with it. So anyway, but that was, but I think I'm ready I want to get, I'm glad you said that. I want to get it on the stage, you know, and actually, I don't know if they're probably not in, Judy might be in here, but it's a version of some of it is due to be on the stage at Ozzie Davis Theater in New Rochelle, which is like a 200-seat theater.
Hey, Fran.
Yes.
You know, if Frankie is less aware of her, is less aware of her racial intention with Tanisha, so that she thinks she's in love with her, like you're saying, until she comes to as you say, comes to Jesus moment where she realizes, oh my God, I'm not that in love with her. I'm playing out some role or something that you can write. It would need to be a deftly written piece, but that keeps her genuine. You know, it keeps her genuine. And a lot of us a lot of us do that. We think we're in love with someone, yada, yada, yada. It goes along. Right. Oh my fucking God. I'm not really interested in this, or I don't really love her. This is what I actually wanted out of it. What a creep I am, you know, that sort of thing.
There were
some sort of twist in her character, which also, of course, is a primary requisite of a leading character, that you have some sort of change in their art.
Good. That's good. Very good. There is a part in her conversation, scene 1, with the mother, where she recognizes with the mother that maybe I'm in love with her because I'm trying to cure myself of some racism. Like, she wonders that, but it's not you know, clear enough and stuff. So, but anyway, that what you just said makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Josie?
Fran, this is my piece of advice, writer to writer, paysan to paysan.
I love the pronunciation of paysan.
You love it, paysan.
In New York, it's paysan.
I love it. I love it. Trust yourself, because if you get too many opinions by so many voices, then your character will lose its original intention. Really sit within your heart space and really think about the direction of Frankie. What is the purpose of this relationship? And then that'll guide you with what you need to write for her. Because if you get this, and this, then she becomes inauthentic and no one's invested in her story. No one cares. And they go, oh, okay, well, it makes sense the girlfriend left her. Whereas it's like, no, we're invested in Fran, and here's the Black community coming together, the Italian community, they're talking over their prejudices, they're making this lasagna. I know that thing, you make the sausages, the wine, the tomato sauce, that's where everything gets fleshed out. I get that. So to lose that very quickly, so just think about the intention. We've all had that deep love, or we've all thought that it was something more than what it actually was. You just need to find Frankie's voice. I think it's great the feedback everybody's given you, but don't get confused by too many voices. And that's all I have to say.
I think that's very well put. Very well put.
Okay. All right. I'm looking. I'm going to hand it to Judy. Judy, do you have some comments to say?
I love the comments that Josie just put out. You and I have talked about this before. Expanding the play was another good point, but fleshing out the character for Fran is more important than any of the other characters at this point, because there's so much going on, and to see it in a reading or staged is really going to help you with the other characters and the length of the play. But what we talked about, finding Fran's voice and keeping Fran's voice, like we talked about the poem Creativity, and aligning yourself with that space that you were in when you wrote that, finding that for this character, which you read that poem so beautifully too. I mean, even over the phone, it was amazing.
Incidentally about that poem, this is a poem that's you write a lot of poems in your life, right? I've written a couple of hundred, few hundred. And when I wrote this particular poem called "Oh to Be Uncreative," it was when I was about 30. No, I was probably older. Maybe I was 40, and I just had another big failing. Another thing I put a lot of money in, a lot of time in, and everything, and it failed. And I turned to the mirror that was in my office at the time, and I spoke a poem to myself in the mirror, saying, you were doing all this to me. You, my imagination, you, my nemesis. And I went on in the poem to describe why I should stop being a creative person, because of all the trauma and heartache that it led to, the lack of money or the loss of money or time or whatever. And I shared that poem with Judy, and that's what she's talking about. Incidentally, it's maybe too strong of a coincidence, but I chose that poem for the showcase at Ozzie Davis Theater, and I've got to send in the tape in the next few days.
Oh.
So that was, but it was then that in delivering that poem that I felt I found myself in, at least at that year or that decade, and when I go back to it, it helps me capture how I felt so strongly then. So maybe that things like that will help me find what it is. And as my other play called Once a Boy helps me find who I am. I don't mean to say that I'm such a confused person, stuff, but I definitely like many people question a lot, and need maybe some direction. And Judy was very, very helpful one evening talking about things like that. And also that we're going to do we're going to do scenes from a couple of plays in Rochelle at Ozzie Davis. Did I put words in your mouth, Judy, or whatever? Is that what you were saying?
You did not put words in my mouth, no.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. All right. I was so moved by meeting her, and it got me to a new level. And then also for us to share the importance of speaking your feelings and expressing yourself, sometimes in plays, sometimes in poetry, sometimes in songs, whatever it is, or just in regular conversations. It's like such an important thing to do. And too often I find that I didn't do it. I not celebrate, but I honored my brother's birthday 2 days ago, who passed in 2004. And that's a case every time I think of it, that he passed away without me really truly expressing myself enough to him. You know, it's my brother, my younger brother. Nor he to me, I think. But you know, so too much time goes on. So luckily with my parents, I did get to express that. And I think with my wife and my daughter too. So I don't feel as much guilt or regret, you know, about that. So anyway, sorry for taking up time with that kind of personal stuff. But yes, Jennifer or Wayne, I think is about to say something.
I just wanted to say, for me, it doesn't come through as any confusion. We rediscover ourselves all the time, and that is the joy of life. That is the joy of experiencing, just having experiences. So I'm really learning a lot, hearing your creative process and all of that. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't come off as confusion at all.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for.
I have something to say, Fran. I don't know, this is like off the wall probably to everybody, really off the wall. But there's a reality that, you know, a guy has a penis that is on the outside and he's very vulnerable. And the woman has a vagina, which is on the inside. So she's very protective. So the guy is going to want a good garage to put his car in. And the woman's going to want a good car in her garage. And I think, I don't know, I think that's just
Talk about simplifying things.
that's a basic human thing that we're trying to say it doesn't exist, and it does.
Yeah, but some people might say that that their car that they want in their garage is really a convertible, so that you could really do both things to it, or some, you know, or you know what I mean, or that the garage is really under, you know. Anyway, no, I don't mean to make fun of that at all, and I appreciate that. Whatever helps people get through what becomes very confusing. This binary, non-binary thing is quite confusing, and quite frankly, I think that I feel lucky to have in my lifetime expressed myself, because I was just a cross-dressing young boy. You know what I mean? And I happen to have a beautiful, wonderful wife for so many years. You know, I'm still married actually, but we don't relate to each other as husband and wife at all. And I had the opportunity to see life from a completely different, and not of obviously as true to being female as I should be or as I could be, you know, and all those fake kind of ways in which femininity are portrayed or masculinity are portrayed. But I had the opportunity in one lifetime to basically live as two people. And with all its failings and trappings and all of that, and also to come close to living in two different sexualities, although I'm, I really don't express as a gay man, I came to understand it better because I pushed my brother away because he was gay. I know that I did. I know that I did that. And he pushed me away because I was trans. So ironic, a gay man and a trans woman couldn't, and who were brothers, couldn't get it really together. But anyway, I feel really blessed that, so now with that blessing, I wanted, I do a lot of motivational talking and this and that and write a lot of songs and stuff like that. But I think this play is probably the closest I've come to really fulfilling what is a responsibility, I feel, on my part, of enlightening people who are family and friends of trans people, family and friends of Black people, family and friends of old people, and all, and I know you all as gifted artists and writers and stuff are doing the same thing, So anyway, from my little vantage point, that's what I'm trying to do. And I hit on this particular play and my other play called Once a Boy to do it. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do it as good as I could do it, and with all the wonderful help, collaboration of all you people. It's really extraordinary,
Oh, we've been on here for a long time, and I haven't been on a meeting that has really had this much interest. It's you're doing your job. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
well,
much.
thank you very much. I guess that's a good segue to Wayne, if you want to wrap it up.
Yep, I think we're gonna wrap it up now. So thank you very
Aliona,
much.
if you want to, or Eliza, did you want to say anything from your perspective as a writer and as executive director of? No.
All I want to say is thank you very much.
Thank
for
you.
participating in this reading and for providing with this wonderful feedback.
Thank you.
That's pretty much a wrap.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And is Wayne not on the Zoom anymore? Maybe not.
I probably said.
Oh, Wayne's on it. His video's not on. Oh, said somebody just say something?
I just said something about Meisner's saying cry and then act. What is it? Cry.
I don't know, but here's what I'm going to ask you all to do is to say, I did this with somebody else once, is to say, because we could use it as a plug, we're going to say, it's an Italian thing. No, it's a black thing. We're going to say it in unison, right? I go at 3. Is that an all right way to end, Eliza and Wayne? Wayne, give me a thumbs up. Is that okay? And come to their readings every Sunday, 3:00. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's an Italian
thing.
No,
it's a black thing.
All right, bye everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
The guy, what's his name?